Hey guys, welcome back to Weeb101.
Welcome
And
back.
today, for the third time,
For
we are
the third
recording this same episode. The first time, Sid didn't record any audio, so this still falls on him.
Mickey.
The second time, I was using new software and I didn't get any audio. And that's still Sid's fault because the first time was his fault.
Of
And
course.
this is the third. So,
This is the third.
should we just edit this out? Let's act as if we're doing it for the first time. Hey guys, welcome back to Weeb101. I can't do it again. But yeah, today we're going to talk about dreams. But before we talk about dreams, we have a couple of things we want to talk to you about. Firstly,
Yes.
this series that has failed twice already, it shall be called Deep Dive.
Deep
We are going to
dives.
deep dive into different topics that we choose. You guys can help choose those topics if you comment on our videos or
Yes.
on our Twitter, interact a little with us. And we're going to talk about one topic. Like today, we have dreams. We are going to focus it on One Piece, but we're going to stray off to other manga as well. That is news number 1. News number 2. Said what's news number 2? I forgot.
We also have another series coming up, which is our guest series.
Yes. And it is called Guests.
Guests. Yes. Amazing
As
name, I
we,
know.
it took us a while to come up with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, guests. And we are going to get a lot of high profile people.
Yes.
I said this joke before, so it's not as funny for me the second time, but I shall tell it to you anyway. Which is
Go.
Sid's brother, Sid's teacher, Sid's friends, and one friend of mine. So just making this very clear, Sid is the social one. And
Not really.
the rest of us, we are introverts.
Of
But
course.
Sid, he's an extrovert through and through. He knows a lot of weebs, and he is going to get them all on this show. So if you'd like for someone to come on to this show, maybe, well, your friends who are hopefully famous and not just
Yeah,
random people
hopefully.
we don't know.
Dude, don't put that out there. We'll have random
Yeah, you
people
can-
coming up.
You can tell us, and we will try to get them on board, or you can try to get them on board by reaching out to them on social media, and we'd be happy to do an episode with them.
Yes.
So get us famous, guys. That's basically what we're saying. And as always, interact with us a little bit. Like our content. Leave some comments. Even if you want to tell us that we suck. And well, keep following us everywhere you can.
Keep following us.
Now, I think we've got all the announcements out of the way.
I think we have everything out of the way. Yes. Let's get started.
Yes. Let's get started. We're going to talk about dreams. And now, for the
Yes.
third time, Sid, say it again.
Yes, we're gonna talk about dreams. So we're gonna start by talking about dreams in One Piece, an anime, and continue. We're gonna deep dive into the topic, talk about our lives and how everything correlates together. And
What
let's
dreams
see
we've had, what failures
Yes.
we've had. You're going to
And let-
learn a lot about us.
about us, yeah. And let's see where this goes. So since we mentioned dreams and like One Piece, let's start by talking a little about One Piece, and then we can lead into the other topics.
Yes, I said this in the second recording, but One Piece itself starts with a dream. It's about Goldie Roger telling people about One Piece, telling people about his greatest treasure, and it starts the great era of piracy. Everyone is trying to get to it, and it is the dream for people, and that's what encapsulates all our protagonists as well, and our antagonists, actually, for that matter.
Yeah,
Because
that's
everyone wants
true.
to find One Piece. It's not just the heroes. It's not only their goal.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest motivation of that era or of that world at that point that everyone. It basically starts a whole revolution, if you can call it.
Yeah. Also, I just had this thought. What do you think about Whitebeard when it came to dreams, right? He wanted a family. That was his
Yeah,
dream. He wanted a family
that's
on
true.
the seas. He got his family. He had a family for a very long time. He died protecting his family. Spoiler alert.
Oh,
So, do you think Whitebeard achieved his dream?
I think Whitebeard did achieve his dream, but like he did achieve his initial dream of being a family, like of wanting a family, because he built a really good one, and he was a really like he was already a very strong and popular pirate, well known all around, right?
Yeah.
Like he was the strongest pirate, some would say, right?
After Goldie Roger, yeah.
After
Except
Goldie
for Kaido,
Roger.
maybe, because Oda did say that if it's a one-on-one, you have to bet on Kaido.
Yeah, you have to
But
bet
aside
on-
from that, yeah.
Yeah, aside from that, So I think he did achieve his dream, but like as we said before, we are talking about Luffy's dream and the dreams of his other crewmates, right? And we were
Yeah,
also talking about how dreams change and how they transform throughout. Even
yeah.
though they have their own goals in mind, they kind of still want to go with him on his journey to find One Piece. So even though he still achieved his dream, I don't think Whitebeard like wanted to be like, yeah, I'm done, stop, I just chill now. He still had the, he still wa-
So saying he was a
he's still a
pirate at
pirate.
heart.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to. He's still a pirate at heart, and he still wanted to like voyage around the seas and explore. And I think that's what pirates love to
But
do. At
but
least
was
that's
he
what I
really
think.
voyaging? Because it seemed like he was just sitting back. He was like, I'm gonna drink some wine. I'm happy. I didn't really look like he was doing very piratey stuff, except for the drinking and partying part of it.
Yeah,
Well, and the fighting in Marineford, I would say, but he wasn't fighting
but
before.
that's all they showed. We don't know anything else, right? What he was doing in his
That's true.
when he wasn't
But I
fighting at
mean,
Marineford.
like it was heavily implied, right, that he was sick and that he was dying and he couldn't do much.
Yeah,
But yeah, I see your
exactly.
point. It wasn't shown.
Yeah, so he was still a pirate at heart. So I think even though he achieved, like if you see Whitebeard, he looks like a person who's achieved his dreams, right? He's already happy, satisfied with everything, like, and he just wants to protect them and stand for what he believes in.
Yeah, but don't you think, like, this is why I originally asked the question. Right at the end, Whitebeard realized he was going to die because of Blackbeard and what his own son had done to cause such chaos across his family.
Yeah.
So do you think he died with that regret of not handling Blackbeard himself, or of taking in Blackbeard in the first place? Because imagine you live your life to build something, and that very thing, one part of that thing at least,
Yeah, the one
threatens to
part of
destroy
that
everything.
thing. Yeah,
So because
I,
Ace was captured because of him.
because of him. Yeah.
More
No, but
spoiler alerts.
No, but I
But yeah.
wouldn't say Whitebeard regrets it because you saw how he died also. He died so proud. He died standing. Like, I don't think someone dies like that with regret, I would say. Don't you
Yeah, but
agree?
he didn't he die saying he was sorry to everyone because he couldn't take care of Blackbeard, because he punches Blackbeard down. He cuts him with
Yeah, yeah, of course.
the glaive,
With his, yeah.
and after that he's not able to finish him off. So when Blackbeard's crew jumps Whitebeard to kill him, he's thinking, I'm sorry guys, I couldn't take care of this guy. So I don't know, I felt like he died with regrets because he couldn't protect his family fully. I think if he had killed Blackbeard there, then he would have died
Uh-huh.
very peacefully, knowing that he had protected his family in every way he could, and Blackbeard won't be a threat later. But as we saw, most of Whitebeard's crew got taken out by Blackbeard in the war anyway. In the
Yeah.
war they faced against each other. So I don't know. I think it's pretty sad. It would be a pretty sad situation if Whitebeard died, regretting the damage that he himself
Yeah,
had
I don't
caused to the
think he
world.
did because I don't think he's the type of person who like has regrets and dies like that. I think he knew it was his time. He knew he was gonna go, so he just had to. Like, I think in the position he was because he was like almost like their father, right? And
Yeah.
so I think he had to. I think he had to like it was a formality like for him. He had to say that to his crewmates before he died.
But he
But I
didn't
don't
say it. He
think
was
he
thinking it.
himself. Yeah, but
Inside, he could have been thinking, "Fuck, this hurts."
yeah, I don't. No, I don't think Whitebeard says "pack this" inside his head. Okay,
You don't know that.
he probably says "fuck this."
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he died with any regrets, dude. He died. His death was, I would say, amazing for me. Like it's not as
Yeah, I mean, it
painful
was
and sad. Like
amazing.
I was like, wow, after he died, which is like a weird thing to say. I don't know.
Hey, that was
Hey,
still painful and sad for
it
me.
was.
I'm sorry.
Hey, not if you talk about the other deaths in One Piece comparatively, it wasn't that. Whitebeard's death was like a proud death. I was like, damn,
He
this
didn't
boy is
have part of
crazy,
his skull.
and he was
It was
still
blown off.
standing. He was still standing. What
How
a
do you leak? How do you leak brain matter? Like he literally, sorry, wrong side. He's literally oozing out from this side, and he's somehow fighting.
dude. How do you
not
crack
feel
the
sad?
air? Answer that question.
That seems relatively possible, other than leaking literal gray matter.
Well, he died in an amazing way, nonetheless.
Okay, what do you think of Ace? Ace threw away his life in the end for his pride, and he completely lost out on his dream. In
Yeah.
fact, Ace's dream was to make Whitebeard the Pirate King,
That's true.
and because because of the fact that he got himself killed, Whitebeard ended up dying there as well. So do you think they like went to heaven and Whitebeard was like, "You son of a bitch, I died to protect you, and here you are jumping back in to protect my name? Are you kidding me?"
Dude, why we talking? Dude, Ace, like, I know, like, even in the end, you see the hope come back in his eyes once he's, like, going towards Luffy, right, in the end.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know what happens, like, I wiped out of my memory, but,
No, but do you think it was a good... Oh, extreme spoiler alert. I'm sorry if I'm ruining this scene for everyone. It's a really powerful scene. But
Yeah.
do you think Ace... Do you think he did the right move jumping back to fight Akainu? Because if he hadn't done that...
If he had, yeah.
There's no way to know for sure. So before anyone hates on me, there's no way to know for sure. But most probably they would have gone out. They would have gotten out safe.
Probably they would have, but you don't know how far Akainu would have also chased them because, he doesn't
Yeah,
give
agreed.
up.
But I think having Ace on their side alive
Yeah.
and not having to stop one of Akainu's blows with his body would have been a much more useful thing than him fighting back and then having to save Luffy. So I think that's a mistake on
Yeah.
Ace's part. He should have backed off. That's what I think.
But it's his pride, like you mentioned. I don't think he's the kind of person who will just back off and want to be saved.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's pride
Yeah.
for a very stupid situation, I feel like. Okay, see, imagine if Blackbeard... Why am I saying Blackbeard every time? If Whitebeard was running away from the battle, and then Akainu said, "Ha, coward," and then I'd be like, "Hey, he's not a coward. He's trying to save my life." Okay, I
Yeah.
understand that. But he literally is holding Blackbeard's head, and he's cutting him with a glaive. And he literally made Akainu... just spit out blood with one shot.
That's
and
true.
then that same Akainu turns up, he's like, "Ha, coward," and Ace is like, "What?" I would have just left it. I would have just turned around and been like, "Ha, Lama, you got buried in the earth with one hit." And I would have kept running.
Yeah, dude, he probably just had rage at that point against him. You're like, you tried to capture me, now I'll show you. Now I'm free, now I'll show you what I can do.
Yeah, and it was such a stupid mistake.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that in real life.
And it
that's
broke
totally
all our
what I would
hearts.
do.
Yeah. That hurts.
I agree. It did break all our hearts. But that's why I'm even more pissed off with him, because I'm like, you could have survived. And Ace died without even knowing that Sabo was alive.
I know, right? That just makes it sadder, dude. Like, because he is such a like amazing character you see in the beginning, and you imagine him like being there at the end with Luffy, right? Being like a character, supporting him.
Because imagine, right? If Ace had... I understand why Ace had to die, because they needed Luffy to go through that phase where he had to have a power-up. But like, if Ace had survived there and Whitebeard died, then maybe Ace's next goal would have been to make Luffy Pirate King.
Yeah, probably it could have been. Maybe Ace would have joined the crew. Who knows?
Maybe if he didn't join the crew, he might have gone and fought Blackbeard.
Yeah.
He would have probably died there. But eventually, I'm saying, if he had lived, he could have been part of the Grand Fleet. The Whitebeard pirates could have joined the Straw Hat pirates in the end as part of the Grand Fleet. And imagine Luffy being at the execution platform, and Ace is coming in as one of his crewmates to save him. That would have been cool as fuck.
That would have been very cool, yes.
Man.
But it was
Ace
a decision
made a
Oda made.
A very harsh
Painful decision.
To stab us straight through the heart, much like somebody else.
Not Ace, dude. I wanted to see Going Merry reach One Piece. Okay, I loved Going Merry. I cried so. I got so emotional during the Going Merry scene.
See, that's what's really crazy about this whole... Oh wait, I think we are having more technical difficulties.
What happened?
Hello?
Yeah, what happened?
Hey guys. I think I have died, so I shall quickly take this tablet, disconnect from this call.
Hey Mickey, can you come up and check if it's focusing?
I am back. I'm sorry. I was entertaining people on the camera. Well, now you know where Sid sits and where Audi sits. Oh, Audi isn't on this call. No, I didn't say anything. Sorry. Can you hear me, Sid? Only
yes,
Sid
I
and no
can
one
hear
else?
you.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just saying, this series is so amazing when a boat has dreams and you feel sad
Yeah,
for it.
exactly. I know. They made me cry for a boat. I've never done that in my life.
Yeah, the only thing I ever feel bad for in movies are when dogs die, or animals in general, because I'm like that poor thing did nothing. It didn't deserve to die. Fuck those humans,
Yeah.
they deserve to die.
Yeah.
But then the going merry dies, and I'm just sitting there like, why? And I don't know. I've never seen anyone make me cry for a non-living thing that much.
I know, right? It's crazy how that.
Oda
But
is extremely skilled with it. But speaking of dreams, the Going Merry wanted to carry them as far as it could, which
I know, right?
eventually it did a very good job of. It
Very
did
good
save
job.
them from a definitely life-ending situation. Yes. Press F in chat for
Press
the Going
F for
Merry.
going merry. Exactly.
Comment F to remember the Going Merry. We shall.
Mhm.
I don't know. We don't have anything to do. I'm sorry. But yeah. Well, that's why we have Frankie's new ship, and I think. Do you think Frankie's ship has a goal, has a dream, like the Going Merry did? Do you think it has a spirit, so to speak of?
Well, Frankie. Well, sorry.
This is not any illness. Do not worry. It's just his hay fever.
Yeah. Well, Frankie himself has a goal to take his ship to this thing, right? To the end.
Well, technically, he wanted to build the ship that would go till the end of the world. It's not. He didn't necessarily say he wanted to be in the ship.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
he didn't
even
want to
if
be
he's
in the ship.
Not
Yeah.
part of the crew, and the ship went. His dream would still be fulfilled. Technically.
But Sunny Go is like his masterpiece, basically, like with all the customizations and all the powers
Yeah,
it
of
has,
course
you
it
so
is,
to
yeah.
say. So, see, I haven't seen that kind of like the kind of relation or the link, that Going Merry and the crew had with Sunny Go, because it just seems like it actually seems just like a ship. So I don't know if it
We don't. I'm telling you.
if it has a spirit, but I
Today-
hope it does.
Today is 23rd September 2020, and I want the internet to remember this. There will be a panel in One Piece. One panel where the spirit of Sunny comes out,
My God,
and with Frankie, it does a super pose.
dude, that'll be cool as shit. Holy
I'm telling
shit.
you, it's gonna
I
happen.
want that.
Right?
I want that.
Right? So
Yeah.
Raftel will be in sight, and Sunny will be like super, and they're going very. Sunny will also be like super. I'm telling you, that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
predicting it 23rd September 2020, and whenever it happens, you guys can come back and call me a prophet.
Right there. Yeah. And it seems that way because even if I was thinking if Going Sunny had a spirit, it would be like a very excited Frankie
Wait,
type,
I'm mixing up the
confident
names
one.
2 months. Why don't I remember the names? You're saying Going Sunny and the Sunny Go and all that.
Sorry,
and-
it's Sunny Go, probably. Yeah, it's Sunny Go. It's Going Merry, so I keep saying Going Sunny. Yeah, so I think it would have a spirit like Frankie, it'd be like
the
it would
thousand
be-
Sunny, not the Sunny Go.
Oh shit, 1,000 Sunny. My bad.
My God, you confuse the hell out of me.
We get the point. It's sunny. It's a sun
Yeah, but
with a face.
Do you know how pissed off people will get if we say the wrong thing on a podcast that's supposed to be about saying the right thing?
They'll figure it out.
My God, it's not
They
me.
get
it's
the
Sid.
point. Anyways,
Yeah,
let's continue. Yeah.
I really want to see a personification of the thousand Sunny. I think it'll be really
Mm-hmm,
cool, and see what if it has a spirit or a soul. I want to see if it shares Frankie's vision. Maybe Frankie's soul was put into. Okay, this sounds weird because it's anime and your soul can actually be put into things. But I meant like Frankie's hard work rubs off on the ship, and it's like I too want to go till Raftel.
Yeah,
So it'd
exactly.
be pretty cool if that happened. But anyway, we are talking about random goals and random dreams. Let's talk about the main crew for the time
Yeah,
being.
let's talk about the
I'm
main
gonna-
crew.
I'm going to
You
say,
wanna-
I'm going to list them out. Well, like, let's list them out, and then I'm going to say something that this reminds me of in the real world.
Okay.
So Luffy wants to be Pirate King.
Correct.
Let's see if you remember the order now. You had time to think about it.
I did. Okay,
Who's
but
second?
Zoro wants to be the best swordsman.
Yeah.
Nami wants
Okay,
to
I'll give it.
be
Yeah.
wants to make a map of the world and be the best navigator. Usopp wants to be useless.
Man, at least give him a little credit.
Okay, Usopp wants to be brave, I guess I'll say that. And the best
A brave
sniper.
man of the seas. Yeah, and the
Yes.
best sniper. And he wants to go to Elba.
So Usopp wants to be a normal pirate basically. And
Not every pirate wants to be a sniper.
no, but every pirate is brave. So sucks to be
Yeah.
Usopp, I guess. And
Well, he did say, I don't know, brave man of the seas. Well,
yeah,
pirates
that's
could be
true.
men and women, as we've seen.
Sanji wants to find all
And women
blue.
of the, yes. Okay.
Robin wants to find out what happened in the Void Century.
Are you sure you're not missing someone?
Frankie wants to build a ship that goes.
Are you sure you're not missing someone?
What? Brooke is last. Who else? Oh, holy shit! Chopper. Dude, I
Yes,
forgot. Dude.
Chopper. He comes before Robin.
Yeah, he does. Chopper wants to like cure every disease in the world. I think something like that.
Find a cure for every disease. So
Find a cure.
Technically, any disease that is in front of him, he should be able to cure.
He
some
should
way.
be able to
A
cure.
lot of
yeah.
people misunderstand this. I was reading a few posts on Reddit, and people thought that Chopper's dream was to cure literally every disease anyone had in the world.
My God.
Just to clarify, that's not what it's about.
Yeah,
he just
that's
wants to be able to cure any disease, irrespective of what it is. Interestingly, I think this is going to play a part in the end if Luffy gets a disease like Goldie Roger did, because as
Yeah.
we know, he's reducing his lifespan by using Gear 2 and Gear 3 and all that.
That's true.
I think Chopper's dream will be achieved by saving Luffy from the fate that Goldie Roger was in. So instead
Prediction:
of Luffy dying,
September 23rd, 2020.
okay, this episode shall be called predictions instead of
Yes.
dreams. Anyway, yeah, after Chopper.
Yeah, and then it was Robin,
Yes.
Frankie, and
Yes.
no Brooke. No, it was Brooke and then Frankie. I don't
Was
remember, but I named both. So now I told you. Brooke wants to meet Laboon.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Well, that's and you brought up that point which I was mentioning before, which was all of them have their own dreams, but they get caught up in Luffy's dream and they
In
want
Luffy's
to help him
dream.
achieve his dream.
Yeah.
Now,
but
we
all
both
of
look
them
up to
still.
someone.
What?
No, you finish your point.
I was saying all of them will still achieve their dream. They still have their dreams in mind, even though they do want to find One Piece and they are with him for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. No,
They haven't
so
given
there
up
is
on
one
it.
person, IRL. There is one person who we like a lot, who we look up to, who
There is?
has said something which actually fits which actually fits every anime character very well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember a man named Simon Sinek?
Of course I do. Yes.
And do you remember how his talk, the famous talk about how great leaders think?
Yeah. The how, what, why, right? The circles, the
Yeah.
concentric circles. Yeah.
Yeah. So for basically anyone who doesn't know,
We link the talk
I
in the
shall-
description. Yeah.
yeah. So I just wanted to see how great leaders inspire action. That's the name of the talk, and we shall link it down. It basically has a golden circle, and I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but he says people don't buy what you do; they buy why you do it.
Correct.
So in this case, I feel like everyone had their own dreams, and they cared about that initially.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they meet Luffy, they see how pure he is. They're moved by the amount of effort he takes for everybody. And they decide that, that guy is really cool. I think I can achieve my dream with him. But I
Yeah.
also want to help him. So I think every anime character, every anime protagonist does it actually. But I think it fits Luffy really well because these core 10 crewmates who are ready to die for him and fight for him.
Yeah,
and
they actually are ready to. I think they are ready to do like help him achieve his dream in case that they had to sacrifice their own. What do you think about that?
I'm not entirely sure. Because, see, I know Sanji will be a simp and he'll be like, as long as I can cook for Nami and
Yeah, of
Robin,
course,
I'm happy. Yeah, and I think, I don't know, Zoro will definitely fight Luffy if he's like, I can't be the best swordsman. I don't want you to be Pirate King. Fuck you.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know, Nami, I'm not really sure. I think Nami has really shown a lot of
No, but I
dedication
think
to
if they
the
are
Straw
in a
Hats in
situation
this.
where one of them had to sacrifice themselves for Luffy, they would do it.
I don't think it'll happen. Because right in the first chapter, Luffy's like, I think 10 crewmates should do. So unless, if they get the 11th crewmate, I'm going to be worried. Okay, I'm going to be like, okay, one's dying for sure.
Oh, we
But if the
forgot
10 of them-
Jinbei, dude. What's Jinbei's dream?
Jinbei's dream basically became Luffy's dream. He wanted to support
Yeah.
Luffy.
Yeah.
Hey, that man. Oh shit, man. Yeah, that man has lived through everything.
That's
Okay,
true.
Jinbei has done enough in life. He has achieved all his dreams. He helped the revolution of the mermen. He managed to help them get closer to the surface by helping Poseidon and Neptune, and he avenged his fallen brothers with Tiger
Yeah.
Fisher.
Yeah, he did a lot.
So so I think he's already achieved his dream. Now he's just like might as well help
He's
this guy.
like
I guess.
retired now. I'm
Second
like, I
time I
just
hit the
spend
mic.
my old days like this helping this guy become pirate king, I
basically.
guess.
Yeah, he's like, this guy seems cool. I'll help him, I guess.
Just chill
Yeah,
there.
that's
Yeah,
what Jimbe is all about. He's just chill, man.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
Yeah, so, whose dream do you like the most, though?
I think when it comes out
In
when
One
it com-
Piece. It doesn't have to be the crew. In One Piece.
Yeah, in One Piece. I think if it comes to spontaneity and like the way he says it and believes him, I think it's Luffy's that is the most like inspiring because he's
Of
just a
course,
person who's always
Oh,
like,
and you tell me I go for the normie answer, huh?
hey, I'm giving you a reason for it. Listen to me. It's just because
Okay,
of
yeah.
how spontaneous he is that it never even like no matter what situation he is in, no matter who's intimidating him, he like never backs off. He never even thinks about changing his mind. He's always
That's
like,
true.
yeah, fuck you, I'm gonna be Pirate King. What are you gonna do? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be Pirate King. I don't care what you say. Whatever situation, like he doesn't even think that his dream is not achievable. He's always like, no
That's
matter what
true.
happens, I'm gonna get there and I know it. And I'm gonna keep saying it again and again.
That's true. That's very true. But it's still a boring answer. Think of something better.
It's the truth.
I will tell you whose dream is actually the best. And
Yes.
you can fight me on this. Now imagine a world like One Piece where there's
He's
so many
gonna
devil
say
fruits, so
Usopp.
the sea is filled with devil fruit users. So you could say in the One Piece world they barely know anything about the sea, right?
Not really.
They do. They don't know nothing. What do we know? They don't know nothing. They know nothing.
They're
do
pirates.
they
They
know
know a
about
lot
the
about
sea?
the sea.
They know how to navigate. They don't even know where
Are you
Raftel
saying the
is.
Yonko don't know anything about the sea?
Yeah, they don't know shit, man.
What's wrong? Okay, let's see where you're going with this. I'll entertain you for a while.
That's why I think the person who is most realistic with his dream is NL.
What? NL?
Look what he did. His behavior is the most human like.
Oh,
We
yes.
haven't explored most of our oceans.
Wait,
and
first
what did
of
we
all-
do? We went
first of
straight
all-
to the moon.
No. First
So
of all, you
NL
said most
had the most
realistic
realistic
and then you
dream.
said NL. You said NL and
Yeah.
then you said most realistic.
He had the most realistic dream.
Very
He was like
realistic person, I see.
he was like, hey, I can look down and there is this big giant body of water, and I can look up, I can see a tiny ball. And he's like, I'm going to go to that tiny ball.
Yes, so realistic.
Hey, well, he almost did it, didn't he?
Not really.
He's on the moon. He just didn't go there with his
Yeah.
fully functional ship. But he's on
Yeah.
the moon. He
Well, he
achieved his
kinda-
dream.
Yeah, he did achieve his dream. He is a god, so to say, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he just
yeah.
didn't.
So
Why he couldn't fly up there, because that should technically be possible. Like, it just zap up there in some way.
yeah, probably
But-
did.
But he built a goddamn boat that flew, and he went to the moon.
Well, he built a. Yeah. So it's how is that
Ah,
realistic and how
that's
is that your
impressive as
favorite
hell.
dream?
It's impressive as hell.
So you're just the most impressed by that dream.
My God, dude, I'm a NL fanboy, man. I want him to come back.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't,
imagine.
I don't think
the-
NL is coming back. First of all.
No, of course he is. Everyone thinks so. Like, literally everyone. You ask any One Piece fan, they think
Yeah?
NL's coming back. Oda has been hinting it like crazy.
But isn't he like so far away?
He's on the moon.
Yeah, he's on
actually
the moon.
on the moon.
Yeah,
And
but
he's helping those little soldiers on the moon
You think
who
he'll
went from
actually
Earth
come
to fight
back
over there.
all the way just to like fight
Get his
Luffy
ass
again
whooped.
because he hates him?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he's going to fight someone else.
Dude, Luffy was like level 2 or something when he beat NL, dude. It'll be nothing
Yeah,
for him right now. He'll probably
but,
just
you know,
flick
maybe-
NL off with armament
maybe NL
finger.
maybe Enel is going to come back and he's going to fight someone else, lose horribly, and Luffy saves him because he's like, hey, I remember you sort of. I don't know if you're a good guy
Yeah,
or a
I
bad
know,
guy. I
right?
shall save you. And then he's like, you saved me. Okay, I shall help you, mortal. I shall not zap you to death or some shit like that. I don't know.
I
There'll be
want
some funny
Smoker to
interaction.
come back.
The Enel face is like the most iconic face in One Piece, and that man deserves another appearance. You want Smoker to come back?
Yes, he's cool.
He is going to come back for sure. And what
Yes.
is Smoker's dream even? Is her der,
To
I gotta
smoke.
catch pirates.
I don't know. He doesn't
He
have a dream,
smokes.
so to
Wow.
say. At least not that we know, or maybe we've missed it.
Her der, need to catch pirate, need to catch Straw Hat Luffy, who escapes me every time. Her der.
Every single time, yes.
That's
No,
a
but
shitty dream.
we were talking about this before. I think we can. So we were talking about how, like, to achieve each of their dreams, right? Each of them
Yeah.
had to go through a lot of hardship and have like
Yeah.
tragic moments in their life. Like Luffy had to be saved by Shanks, and Shanks had to lose an arm, and he went to that whole traumatic thing. And
Fun fact, if people didn't know, but I know it and I want to seem as if I know something and Sid doesn't, because that's the opposite happens all the time. Shanks originally didn't lose his arm in the original copy that was shown to One Piece's editor, but the editor thought that it needed a little bit more of a punch. So he was
I
like, get rid of his
see.
arm. And Oda was like, I see, I have to do it, huh? And he was like,
Have
yep.
to do it, and
And
that
that's why it
affected
got removed.
everything. Damn, that's a
Yes.
cool fact. Yes.
Anyway,
Anyway, yeah. So and even like Zoro, it happened after Kuina fell down the stairs, as we say.
yeah,
Hmm.
fell
And
down
so
the
if
stairs.
fell down. And
Fun
for all
fact:
the,
fell down the stairs actually means suicide in Japanese culture. Another fun fact. It's all me. I'm
another
the
fun fact. Yes,
guy.
yes. For this episode,
Anyway.
it's all brew. Not kidding. Yeah. So I was gonna ask you, like, so do you need a tragic moment in your life to go for your dreams or to have a dream and achieve it? What are your thoughts on
I
that?
don't think you need a tragic moment to have a dream, but the scale of your dream, the intensity of your dream, all that I think improves with tragedy. If you take One Piece alone,
Yeah.
Luffy saw Shanks lose an arm.
Hmm.
Zoro saw his childhood friend die. Nami saw her adoptive mother die and her village be basically enslaved.
Yeah.
Sanji was basically locked in a prison cell.
Ex-
It goes on, like, who doesn't have a tragic past here?
Yeah, who
Robin was
doesn't?
hunted
All
most of her
them.
life.
No, but that's
Chopper
when they
lost his
declared their
master.
dreams, right? After they overcame that tragic moment, and they were like, "Now I need to do something with this. I need to make it
No, the
worth
tragic
something." And-
moment is what fuels the dream. They didn't overcome it at all. How did they
no, but that's
overcome
when.
it?
No, I'm saying they declared their dream after the tragic moment. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like at least that's how it's presented to us in the manga, right?
yeah. And that's how it is in real life as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do you know of anyone who hasn't had a bad experience which fueled their main dream?
What about you?
I think the world is a shit place. My dream is to, whatever I think of, I want to make it a better place. I want someone to look at something and be like, damn, that brew, he made it better. And I'd be
So
like,
every
from
day
heaven.
is a tragic day for you that you're trying to.
basically,
That fuels you towards
existence
your
is
dream.
pain. Please save me.
I see. No, but people. who
No, okay.
have-
Jokes aside, look at famous people.
Mhm.
Do you know why Google was even made?
Why?
Sergey Brin and Larry Page were really tired of how inefficient
Yeah.
other search engines were, and
And
now
they
they're doing that for
started their
everything,
own.
man. Yeah, and they're really fast with like everything. Google literally competes with everybody on everything.
Yeah,
It can be the same for any millionaire or billionaire who managed to make it in the
Yeah, but-
.com bubble.
yeah, most people have a problem they want to solve, and so they have a dream and they go towards it. But you necessarily don't need
that's
to
why
have a
everyone-
tragic, like aggressively tragic moment to have like.
It doesn't have to be aggressively tragic, but there has to be tragic in some form or the other. It has to be okay, maybe not tragic. Maybe
Yeah.
tragic is too strong a word.
Strong,
but
yeah.
there has to be at the very least an inconvenience.
Yeah,
At the
of
very
course.
least.
That's true. That's true.
I would say there has to be a problem, like a proper problem that bugs you. Because
Yeah.
I don't think you do great work because of an inconvenience.
Yeah, no, there has to be, yeah, it has to be something that you want to change and you want to make sure it changes and you keep working towards
Yeah,
trying to change it, of course. Yeah.
yeah. So like that, and that is only going to like your passion will be fueled by how bad the tragic event was for you. Like if you, I don't know, if your dad is shot by a thief or something, you'd probably want to become a cop who catches thieves. That's a random ass
Probably.
example I just thought of. I have no idea
It's
why I thought
probably
of that.
happened in a few films and shows. Yeah.
Yeah, probably happening in America right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So,
Ooh,
yeah.
too political. Ooh.
Yeah, so that probably can happen, but like you can also have dreams that don't want to change the world, right? That are just very personal, but still
Like,
affect. Like, let's talk about us, like, so both of us, we've
hey,
been,
I'm a very selfless person. My dreams are for everybody.
yes, so both of us have, since we met, back in 2011 after in Japanese class,
Yeah.
two weebs meeting in Japanese class. Wow, what a coincidence.
Does it get better than that?
Yeah, I know, right? But we have done so many projects together throughout the years, even though most they're all failed projects or like temporarily shut down, like on hiatus, you
Hey,
could
our
say that.
audience doesn't know that, man. Shut the fuck up. It's all good projects.
Yeah.
No failed project. What's wrong with you?
No, but
There's
it's,
nobody out here to call us on our bullshit, man.
I think we mentioned this in our Bakuman episode also, but we were at that stage, at that age, we just wanted to, just try things, just do things, right? We're like, let's do this,
Yeah.
let's try this, nothing can stop us, the world can't stop us. And we kept trying different things. I remember, like, we tried to make our own manga.
Yeah.
We tried to make apps. We tried to make our own, we had ideas of starting our own like company, like that does like NUI and stuff. We had like, we tried to make a phone. We tried like such crazy things,
Okay,
right?
okay. Now we sound like idiots. Okay, maybe we
No,
shouldn't
no,
say all that after saying we failed at all those projects.
no, but the thing is, we
Ah,
went for these things,
please,
right?
just
we
another sec.
actually we actually pursue. Yes, bro. Yes, are you
I am
back?
back. Yes.
Yeah, so I was saying, the thing is, we actually went for these things. We pursued them. We worked towards it. We spent so much time working on this project. All the time we used to spend with each other was basically mostly working on these projects that we wanted to create by ourselves.
Yeah.
And at that stage, necessarily we weren't thinking of improving the world. We were just thinking of like, we were just fucking around doing whatever we wanted and creating things, right?
No, we weren't. I was thinking of changing the world.
Sure, sure.
I'm not kidding. I was.
You weren't at all.
I was. I wanted to show the world what we could do.
Yeah, what we could do, how, but it doesn't do good to, like, it's not something like Google that's going to benefit the world. That's what I'm trying to say.
Are you kidding me? Everything we thought of had some benefit to the world. Why did we want to make a manga? Because we like the manga is really cool and we have nothing in India. Let's make a manga in India. We have to be
I don't
Indians who
remember if
make
we
a
were thinking
manga.
that way then.
Of
Were
course
we?
we were. We're like we want to be. There's no manga. There's no mangaka here. Let's try making our story. Maybe we'll get published in Jump because we'll be foreigners making manga.
Dude, I was just like, oh, let's make a manga.
Yeah, but I remember the conversations we had. You don't.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Yeah, that's true. I have pretty bad memory for anyone who wants to know. Yeah.
Company, we were like, oh my god, this type of technology, it's limited. We could do so much more if we had
Yeah.
if we could remove that cap. We did jack shit come to that project. I must say, we were nowhere close to even trying
Nowhere
to start.
close. Yeah.
But our app, we were like, you know what? It'd be really cool if this existed. No, it isn't there. Why isn't
Yeah.
it there? I want
Why
this.
is it there? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how everything starts. Tell me one dream and I'll tell you what the motivation behind it was. Unless you're talking about scammers or something, I'm not considering that a dream. That's just you being a selfish cunt.
What scammers?
Like, the telephone scammers. They're like, hey, it's me, your bank account. Please give details.
How is that related to this? That's so off topic.
I'm
What
just
are you
saying. I'm
Randomly
just saying.
things out. Why would I even say a random thing?
I
How
don't
is that
trust you.
related
You'll
to
be,
our dreams?
you'll do anything to prove a point. You'll be like, oh, what about these guys?
No,
huh?
how
Why,
is that
why don't,
related? You're
what
going off on
tragedy is
a-
there in
you're
their
going off
life?
on an unrelated tangent, by the way.
I
that
am
is
just
not
being careful of what
related
you're going to
this.
say.
No, you're just wasting time.
I wasted all of 15 seconds. Sue me.
Yes, I will sue you
Anyway.
later on. Don't worry. But And not talking about your random your random words.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still do. I don't know. I haven't experienced it yet. But I assume not everyone who has a dream has one that
Everyone. I
they
can
want
I
to
can
change
give
the
you.
world with. Most of them are like. What about people who want to make money with their dreams? Like their dream is to get rich. That's all. There are many people like that.
Get rich. Get rich for what? Because every rich person usually has someone they want to spend that money on, which is not themselves.
Yeah, but most people, if like there are many people, if you ask them, they'll be like, "Yeah, my dream is just to make money, get rich, and chill."
Yeah, and most of those people who want to get rich are people who grew up poor.
Yeah,
How many
exactly.
rich people do you know who say, I want to work
Dude,
and
rich
become
people
rich?
don't
They're like,
even
I
have
am already
dreams.
rich.
Yeah, rich people don't do anything. They don't. I'm not speaking for all rich people. I'm sorry. A lot of them help. I'm just talking.
If you are a rich person, please
I'm sorry.
keep watching.
Yeah.
We'll have a donate button up soon.
No, but I know there are some of these that exist. You know, there are this species does exist of rich people that don't do anything with their lives and just waste their time.
Someone's been watching an awful lot of Netflix, I feel like.
Have I? I don't know. Not really. But
Isn't
yeah,
there some show about rich people?
I don't know, dude. I don't watch all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, we're weebs. We watch anime. Is there
Exactly.
an anime about rich people? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so people who want to be rich, who want to afford things in life, usually grew up without those things. Like look at all these people who want really fancy cars. Like people in school who want really fancy cars.
Yeah.
You think their dads actually drive those cars? I mean, no offense to their dads. I'm pretty sure they're working really hard to get what they can
Of
for their
course.
kids. But those kids are probably like, I have a shit car. Like, what's a car name? I'm a weeb. I don't know cars. I don't know.
Maruti
Wanna,
Suzuki. I don't know.
yeah, I don't want a Maruti Suzuki. I want a fucking Audi because we miss Audi.
Yeah.
And if they had an Audi, they're not going to be like, oh, I want a Maruti Suzuki. They're going to be like, hey, I have an Audi. Yeah. And
They'll be like, hey, I
that'll
have
just
an Audi.
be-
I want a Tesla.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Silicon Valley Tesla competition is an actual thing.
Yep.
But it's not a dream, would you say? It's
No,
just
but
a,
it's
that's
not
just a
a
dick
dream.
measuring contest.
So it's still a goal they want to achieve. So goals and dreams, like, is there a difference? It's the same,
They're,
right?
they're not the same, right? It's like my goal is to, I don't know, according to my doctor, lose 2 kilos at least this month.
Okay.
But that's not my dream.
No, but
I
your
don't dream about
long-term
it.
goal, not like your goal tomorrow.
My long-term goal is to maintain my weight healthily, which I am still not doing. So, checkmate.
Is that really a long-term goal?
That is supposed to be my long-term goal.
We learn new things every day. Interesting.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, yes, I'm apparently too fat. The camera adds 10 kilos, okay?
I'd say 20, but okay.
Whatever, it adds it.
Yeah.
As long as it's the camera and not me, it's fine. But yeah,
Yeah, I was just
So-
making you feel better. Anyway.
there's a difference between a dream and a goal. Like, I might have a goal of uploading 100 episodes of Weeb101, say. But my dream is for Weeb101 to become a popular,
Yeah.
like a most popular anime podcast. So there is a difference, right? Again, a goal can become a dream, but unless you lose motivation for the dream, I don't think a dream can become a goal.
I don't know, because like for me it's different. Like for me, my goal, like for my long-term goal, is to become like a freelancer in animation. Like be able to work wherever I am,
Yeah, that
however
sounds
I
like-
can, and like be
That
able
sounds
to
like a goal, yes.
be able to like direct my own films and all. But that is my long-term goal, right? But my dream is not as long-term as that. My dream is short. My dream, like my personal selfish dream is to live in Hokkaido, which I know I've told you many times.
Yeah, but that's also not that's not a goal. That's your
But
dream. That's
if-
what you want more than anything.
Yeah, but I also no, but I want my goal more than I want, because I know I'll achieve my dream. But the goal is something I'm working towards. I'm not working towards.
So you've just mixed up goal and dream in your head. That's basically
Yeah, I
what
think I
you've done.
confused myself. What am I trying to say? I think
Yeah.
both are my dreams or both are my goals or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, both can be your dreams, but
Yeah.
living in Hokkaido, if you think it's achievable, then it automatically just becomes a goal. Why would you dream about something you know is very possible? That beats the whole point of a dream.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
That's like saying I want to save XYZ amount of money, and it's like some really small amount.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know I
Yeah.
can do it. Then
Yeah.
why
So
would I
dreams are not
make it a
something.
dream?
So you're saying dreams are goals are something you know you can achieve for sure.
Yeah, that's why
Eventually.
they say
Yeah.
set realistic goals. So
Yeah.
because those goals are something you can and have to achieve. That's why it's a goal.
Dreams are
But
oh, then maybe if I think about this, like I thought this as a kid also, like the thing that made me want to do animation, because like I used to see these cool shows, and I used to
yeah,
watch anime all the time and watch animated movies, and like even like Cartoon Network when we were kids and stuff, all these cool shows, right?
if only we had a Weeb101 when we were growing up.
Yeah. So I used to watch these things, and I used to see these cool stories and characters, and like like the way I experienced them as a kid, and
Yeah.
I wanted later, like when I was thinking about it, I wanted to create I wanted to make like other people feel like what I felt watching these shows, the inspiration, the excitement, and everything that I got from these characters, the relatability. Like, because we learned a lot of things from characters and stories in manga and anime and films that we have seen, right? You pick up a lot, it influences you as a person. So is doing such things classifies as a dream, because even though it's a goal, me making films and achieving something, so even that is achievable, eventually that may happen, right?
Said I'm proud of you. When
What?
we named this deep dive, you really took it to heart. You went diving deep.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
just
that is
trying
a
to.
dream.
Yeah.
And we shall rename this to Psychology 101. But that was a good little speech there. I like it. I didn't think you'd go that far. I'm
Thank
very
you.
impressed.
Well, I was just trying to understand the difference. Yeah.
Your thoughtful face will be the thumbnail this time.
Thank
You'll
you.
be like, is it a dream? And that it'll be like, is it a dream?
Is it a dream? Yeah. No, but I was saying like it's something that I'll achieve throughout. Like I'll achieve. I think I'll achieve while trying to become like a good animator and directing and creating such stories. Right? It's not something.
Yeah, but even that, if you look at it, it's.
Mhm.
I would say maybe it's not. Maybe at that time you didn't think it was something negative, but
Yeah.
okay, maybe I'm just a negative person and I'm thinking about it in a negative way. So maybe positive reinforcement is an actual important part of dreams, except that I've never experienced it. So I'm saying it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But for me, right, if I really want to add, like for Kubrick, for example, before I saw and understood a few of his films properly, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, Kubrick's so cool. Yeah, I want to make something like that. It was
Yeah.
more of, he's gone. There's going to be no more content like this. So I should do it.
Yeah.
I should aim to do that. So even that was born out of tragedy for me, because I was like, okay, if Kubrick's gone and nobody else is going to do it, what can we do? I shall try to do it.
I see. No.
And then I watched his other movies and fell into a deep,
Fell
long
into-
depression.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, like, I see these amazing animators and their work, right? And instead of
Yeah.
thinking like, oh, they're gone, I need to like take their place, it's like they use this medium to talk about their thoughts, talk about their beliefs, and like influence, or like tell like basically teach other people about what they think, right? What their outlook on life is and everything. They use it as a medium, right? Because if you're writing, so you're putting some of yourself and your beliefs and thoughts into it. So instead of thinking it'll go missing, it's basically a medium for me to tell other people about my thoughts and my beliefs and spread what I think, whether right or wrong, right? That's what basically stories and movies and stuff do.
I still think you're confused between dreams. I don't know if this sounds like a dream now.
No, I was talking about the difference because it sounded like, because of what you were talking about with Kubrick, how it made you want to give up. But looking at these people, it's for me, it's basically
Yeah, I
an
think I'm just a
outlook to
really bad
share
example
your-
of positive optimism of any sort.
I don't think it's
So maybe-
optimism, or
It's positive.
I don't think it's still negative, because you saw that there was something missing and you wanted something to take its place. So I don't. How is that pessimistic?
Because it's more like he's gone, so I should try. It's not like I will do it. I was like, I should try.
No, it's more like, yeah, it's more like, oh, he's gone now. I need to do something in that place, right?
Yeah, it wasn't like I will do it. I was just like, oh
Yeah,
shit, he's
yeah,
dead.
yeah.
How will I get good content now? Like, okay, I do it yourself. As they say, if you want to do something good, then do it yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Do it yourself.
That's not true. Have you seen me do things? Have you? The only thing I can do properly is this podcast. And even there, my first video appearance was a fail.
This is your
Because
first
it
video
was.
appearance, and it's amazing
No,
with your
remember,
professional camera and my
remember Soul
microphone.
Eater?
Yes.
Soul Eater, I just started out saying, hey guys, welcome back to Weeb101. Today we're going to talk about Soul Eater. And you were like, well, I was supposed to say that.
Yeah,
Literally the first time I came on camera.
it's
Properly.
my line. But anyways, I've let that go. I'm not bothered by that
Yeah.
anymore.
I
No.
was actually editing clips for it and I got reminded of it today. That's why I said that.
I see. Uh,
Yeah, anyway.
yeah, but basically, that's what I was trying to say. Like, I think, like, just gonna say this. Don't hate me, but you basically stopped filmmaking because you got depressed after watching Kubrick films, right? You're like,
My God.
I can't be this anymore. I give up, right? So,
Kick a man when he's down much.
hey, I'm just putting it. If we are talking about it, let's just talk about it. Let's put it out
Fine.
there. Yeah.
I guess my psychiatrist appointments need to be recorded as well now.
Yes, you can just link her to this episode.
Oh, God, I hope not. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. So basically, it did. Even though even like you love filmmaking, and I know you don't watch films anymore, not as much as you used to. You used to love them before Kubrick.
You
And
make me
Kubrick,
sound real depressed, I must say.
Brew is not depressed. He's a very positive person, as you can see the smile on his face right
Only
now.
have to take 4 meds a day, don't you worry.
Yeah.
I take more drugs in one day than Charlie Sheen, I think, at this point.
Well, I don't know about that, but that's surprising. You learn new things every day again.
Well, yeah, you were saying.
Yeah. So I was saying, but like, you didn't give up on it. Like, did you give up on it? Because I don't know. Like, I don't know if Kubrick was the reason you stopped filmmaking, or it was just your like interest turned to something else. Because I know we used to talk about films a lot. You love films, and you still love Kubrick. You love all his films. You still watch Clockwork Orange, Space Odyssey with me any day. You went out of your way to watch it in the theater also in India. I remember when it came when I was outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, so break
was
it down
fun.
for us.
No, I'm not sure. I think it's like part of both.
Hmm.
I think it's also the fact that I have a. Will my family listen to this podcast? I don't
Just
know.
say it.
But I have this brother who's sitting here and overachieving shit all the time.
Yeah.
And I wasn't looking at him. Anyway, he firstly when I watched Kubrick, I realized the depth of my stupidity when it came to filmmaking. I was like, I don't know shit. Then I saw my brother and he would be like, what are you doing? Don't do it like that. Do it like this. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even better than my brother. How am I going to be better than Kubrick? And I was like, filmmaking sucks. just to let everyone have some context. If I am not good at something, it sucks.
Yes, that's what Bruce says. Yes.
First person shooters, sucks. Worst games ever. If you can see, my hands shake a lot and I can't play first person shooters, so they suck. This game called Brawlhalla, if you guys know it, my brother kicks my ass in it all the time. Sucks.
Of course.
Same
it
thing with
sucks.
filmmaking. It sucks. I mean, I'd still shoot a film with my friends because my brother won't be there and they think I'm good, so I can show off a little bit as if I know something. And I also know for a fact that if I tell them random bullshit and make it sound right, they'll be like, okay, yeah, this guy knows shit.
Exactly.
But if I do that with someone who actually knows filmmaking, they're going to call me out and get me fired. So
Yeah.
maybe that was the reason I stopped filmmaking. But it seemed like a Herculean task to get to a level where you can actually direct proper films.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're from India, okay? Bollywood has a reputation for being shit.
Dude, they just mass produce trash, basically. I'll say it
Yeah.
out publicly.
I don't
care.
even know how they got the job, man. Like, what the hell? I'm sitting here. I spent so much time figuring out whatever I could about camera angles and the way to move the camera and editing and VFX
Yeah.
and tracking and 3D and 2D and every D. And in the end, I look at Bollywood and I don't even watch Bollywood movies. It's just that I see some random thing which someone shows me, or I see something on the TV when my family is watching it. I'm like, how did they even get the job? How is this
Oh
acceptable?
yeah, dude, I have
So
no idea. Oh.
see, this is the thing which I know has happens to you as well, because you know what quality is like. You don't settle for anything lesser. So
Yeah.
you know how good Miyazaki is, and you hated Miyazaki's son's movie.
Yeah, well, it was just different, I would say. Yeah. It was in Miyazaki.
Yeah, and you said the quality was not as
Yeah, it
good.
was pretty visible. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me that's negative as well, because you know that someone has reached a height, and you just can't accept something that's worse. You hate it so much because it's not of the same quality. So you want to do better work because of it. You're like, I don't want to be that low quality. I want to reach as high as possible. And everyone else is like, I'm okay with any level I reach as long as I can do it properly according to my best of my wishes. Okay, I'm going
Yeah.
to sound like a mean little bitch right now. That's not how I usually think. I would just like to
No,
say,
I think to say it in like a better way, like a more understanding way, I
yes,
guess,
please.
is I think you have a point there, but like, so trying to achieve what you want to be and like achieving that quality, is it easy? Right? It's very difficult because
Yeah, very
you
difficult.
your eyes already know that quality, but you yourself can't achieve it. Like, because everything you do,
Yeah.
you'll be comparing yourself and you'll be like shitting on yourself majorly, and even the
And that
shit.
leads to mental health problems
Yeah,
like we have
it
now,
does,
yes.
because everyone who's
Crippling self loathing, yes.
everyone who's good is kind of fucked up in some way, mentally. And
Exactly.
but wanting to improve also, like comparing yourself constantly and treating yourself like shit also kind of forces you to improve yourself, because you're never happy with yourself. I think that's what we do all the time.
Yeah,
But
that's why I'm saying we're terrible people to look at the positive side of
no, but
dreams.
also there are people who like who I haven't faced this yet. We probably will in the future. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna like. But there are people who have tried this, who have been through so much, but they couldn't handle the mental stress, and they're just like, fuck it. I just want to be happy, and then that becomes their goal, just to be happy and live and not deal with this shit all the time. And that's why it
I
relates to
mean,
what you're saying. Like, people
I think
just
that's
stay at that level.
everybody.
Yeah, that is most people, yeah.
No, because see, okay, so irrespective of how much we think anyone can do anything, and how we can do whatever we think of achieving and all that, there are certain things like timings, like situations, like luck, like skill level, innate skill. I'm not talking about learned skill. I'm talking about
Yeah.
your innate aptitude to do things. All that is going to play a role in whether you can reach the pinnacle of whatever you're trying. Like, for example, you see so many games right now which are so badly balanced,
Yeah.
and then you have Ice Frog in Dota, who just sits on the throne. Like, people respect him from every aspect of the gaming industry. Everyone knows him because he started something that nobody could achieve in their lifetime so far. So in fact, Ice Frog was helping all his competitors while working on his own
Yeah,
game, and
yeah.
his game didn't lose people. So I don't think there can be another Ice Frog. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being negative again. But same way, I don't think there can be another Miyazaki. I don't think there can be another Kubrick. Maybe we've seen the peak of what humanity can do with that medium as of right now. Maybe there's going to be some evolution which will help others in the future do it better. But well, that's the pinnacle. It's going to be really hard to reach.
No,
So I
but
think most people
okay.
burn out on their way to reach that peak, and when they realize they can't, they learn to understand that life is not about reaching the peak. It's about living it as fully as you can. I mean, depends on your life
Yeah,
outlook
yeah.
actually. But I think people's minds change because when they burn out, they have to face their inner demons, so to speak, and they learn to be at peace with life and figure out the best path for themselves at that point.
Yeah, like you can't. I'm not judging anyone who like lives life whatever way they want. It's up to them. Like, people, like, it's a shit hard world, and people just try to figure out to live is a difficult thing. So like, good luck. Hope you achieve it. But I'm saying what you define as the pinnacle, right? Like you said, Kubrick is the pinnacle. Like like he is his own type of person. He did his own type of things, but there doesn't have to be another Kubrick. There can be someone else who creates something new that becomes the next biggest thing. It doesn't have to be exactly Kubrick or want to replace him, right? That's what it doesn't have to
Yeah,
be
I mean,
exactly, yeah. It can be the next
no,
big
that's
thing.
an
It can be the next Tarantino, if you say so. Like another, it can be the next anyone, who becomes the next
like
biggest thing.
Kubrick is the Kubrick.
Yeah, Kubrick is still Kubrick for me, but I'm just saying he won't always have that. It may be replaced by someone else, but that necessarily won't dethrone him, but will just like take a seat next to him. I don't know.
No
That's what I'm.
one, no one so far so good. No one yet. But
Yeah,
no, I think we are falling victim to something that everybody falls victim to in their era, which is we think we have seen the pinnacle of things, right?
yeah, yeah. That's
I'm
true.
pretty sure when CDs or floppy disks, when floppy disks first came out, I'm pretty sure people were like, "This is it. This is the data storing
Definitely.
solution." We peaked, but then now you have like one TB in the micro SD card, which is like I have 6 TVs sitting on a server which I can carry around if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So
Do they have
I think
nanotechnology
maybe
with more data now?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. So I think maybe I'm saying we he's the pinnacle because that's all I know in my lifetime.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
that I think that technology can't go further, and I have a closed mind in that aspect. But well, you're right. It's a story. It's an episode about dreams. We should probably be more hopeful about the future. You're right. Maybe someone will take that place. Maybe even
Yeah,
dethrone the current gods of the different
exactly.
industries we talked about.
Hmm.
But then again, we have had so much technology that is advanced in our world, right? We have so much, like from the original computers that Steve Jobs and Bill Gates
Yeah.
built. We have a bottload of stuff right now, but they're still considered the best.
Yeah, dude, things are always improving, again and again. Like, people are still doing new things all the time. Like, every time we think something is limited, people do new things with it all the time. Like, if I talk about animation specifically, like, technology is obviously always improving, but like, so people are using different ways to produce animation. People are using tons of different 3D softwares to like find the best way together, develop it, and like so like I'll give an example. So I was what like I was attending Lightbox Expo this year, right? And I was in a meeting room with like Tom Moore, and he was talking about his new film Wolfwalkers, right? And so he was talking about this 2D animated scene from the point of view of a wolf. So they had to do that. So usually how traditionally you would do it, you'd basically draw it out, page by page, or try to like
Yeah,
observe wolves, research wolves, or like
yeah.
basically do your research and then draw it out page by page. But now what his lead animator did is he recreated the whole thing in VR. He sat,
Okay.
he observed it in VR how he was moving, using the wolf's animation through the forest. He recreated the whole background, and using those references, he drew it, frame by frame. He rotoed that, he rotoed whatever, he recorded it, he rotoed it, and then he drew. So, how so that's the way technology has improved, where we can use new things all the time to like make animation better.
I think that's just a madman who rotoed all that
No, you
out.
don't roto it yourself. There are softwares that do it for you.
Though, thank God, I would
Yeah.
have just jumped off a building if I had to
Yeah.
roto that much
No,
myself.
but that's even if you do, that's animation, dude. It takes a lot of time. People roto stuff
And that's why I
hand.
suck at it.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is there are still new ways of like creating things. Like, people thought 2D animation had reached its limit. It had this look, but like they released Klaus last year, which blew people's mind. Everyone thought it was a 3D film, and it was completely hand drawn. The whole film was done in 2D, and it's just the lighting that made it look 3D, and it blew people's mind because it's something. It's another new development that came up. So that's why I'm saying, like, of course we think many things right now cannot improve, but they will definitely keep, like, I bet people thought like the black and white TV was like the ultimate form of
Yeah,
entertainment they'll
exactly.
ever achieve.
It's
Yeah.
I think everyone falls prey to it in some way or the other.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember people, especially in school, everyone used to be so in love with Nokia phones because you could attach themes to them.
Yeah.
I mean, the Symbian devices, that's the operating system. And nobody cares about themes anymore, man. Like, I know Samsung still has themes. I know Xiaomi has themes, but if you look at a Pixel or an iPhone, nobody cares about
Nobody
themes.
cares. Yeah,
And we thought that it was the pinnacle of
we
the
did.
cell phone. You can put themes on it. Yeah,
But
I mean,
it's
I'm pretty sure. I'm just doing the same thing. Maybe my mind is not open enough. But
yeah, dude,
I don't know.
probably. It's the same thing. Like you mentioned before, right? As long as people want to make something better, they'll always have dreams in the world and will always keep improving, and things will always keep getting better because there'll be someone in the world somewhere who'll see something that we may have think has reached its peak and be like, I don't like this. I want to change this. I want to make it better, right? And that's where dreams are born.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but also another thing is we even for computers and
Yeah.
filmmaking, they were heavily limited by the technology of their time.
Yeah.
While we actually are not. Like if you think about it, we are not limited much by technology
But
at all. If
that's what
anything,
we
we're
think right now, right? Like
no.
that's
But
as
at
far
that
as
time,
we
they
can
knew
think.
they were. That they knew that they were limited by the technology of their time is what I'm saying. Like Kubrick knew that he couldn't make good visual effects, and that's why he didn't make Lord of the Rings. That's why he didn't
Yeah.
make E.T. because Spielberg asked for help from him, and
But dude,
that's why even something else he wanted to make another movie with VFX, and he refused because it would have because he thought it wasn't
Space
good enough.
Odyssey still holds up to stuff like Interstellar.
Exactly
Easily.
what I'm saying. So if a man knew that VFX was not good for its time,
Yeah.
and he still made a movie that we today,
Mm-hmm.
realistically we could recreate all things he made as sets. We could probably recreate in 2D and 3D software, right? We could probably make something that looked very similar to it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still considered the best. He's still comparable to today's VFX standards.
Yeah, because of the
Because
time he
he's
did it
that
in,
damn
right?
good.
Yeah.
He's that good.
Yeah,
So how do
he-
you? For me, it boggles my mind. How do you beat that?
Exactly. No, but that is, of course, Kubrick is his own exception. But in the case that you're saying that we have more access, we have more technology. But I would say like a few years ago, we also thought that we had maxed out, we had reached our limit of, we knew everything we could to upgrade. But then they invented something like the quantum computer, which blew people's minds. Like we're like, what, you can go further with this, you can take it like to quantum levels, are you shitting me? And like that was
Yeah,
something no one
but
expected.
when was the last time that there was something completely new?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. They're going something like the quantum computer like blows your mind, right? It's something new.
Yeah, but it's already an upgrade on what we had, right? It's not its own new thing, right?
It is a completely new thing, right? Because of all the different possibilities and the new variables it can scan, because computer is only 1 0, it's only one side of a coin. It's
Yeah.
not the thousands of different possibilities or the middle and all. And this small thing, I'm not a scientist or anything, but I'm still gonna try to
Don't worry,
understand and
I
explain.
understand nothing.
Yeah, this small thing can
I
still
failed my
open
physics.
so many more variables and possibilities for what we don't know, right? It can still unlock so much in the field of exploration. It still is doing that, right? We like we can't even, like, even though it may seem too much for like humans as a species, but we can't even like go and settle down in another planet yet. So you know how much technology there is to be
See,
developed.
that stuff is exciting. That might
Yeah.
be new things. Okay, see, right now the highlight of our life, the most important part of history we've been a part of is the fucking coronavirus and nothing else. That's what we've been a part of.
Hate to be a Debbie Downer.
No, I'm just saying, the kids in the future are going to be cursing people like you and me for living through the virus and giving them something to write about. Somewhere, someone's going to be like, what did random people do in 2020? And someone's going to forget writing, make an anime podcast, and they're going to be cursing us. They're like, Weeb101. God damn it.
No one's going to remember
But-
us. We're going to be lost in history forever. But continue.
Don't worry. My point being, that's all we've been part of so far.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say smartphones.
Yeah,
maybe.
that
but-
way is, no, but these are still small evolutions that make a big difference, because like, didn't SpaceX finally take 2 astronauts to the ISS and get them back successfully? That's
Yeah.
a big
Yeah.
achievement. Yeah. That unlocks so many other opportunities. That's a step closer for us to go to Mars, right?
Yeah, but it feels like all that is improvements. Like, see, first time you go to the moon, that's huge.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is to figure out how you can do it better, how you can do it easier. Where is the moon landing again? What is the moon landing of our time?
The Mars landing.
We
It's
already
still a
landed on
first
the
time.
moon.
No,
The
we
Mars
haven't
thing,
landed on. Dude, it's a big achievement.
it's a big achievement, but it's like been there, done that. Went to another,
Not really.
went to another
It's another
space.
planet. It's not a
thing.
moon.
Yeah, but I don't think the Mars landing is
There are
as
so
great as the
many.
moon landing.
What about finding an alien civilization? Haven't done that yet.
If we find that, then that would be great.
We
That
will
would
in the
be
future.
our time.
Don't you think?
Will we be
so?
alive for that?
Well, no, we won't be alive, but it'll happen.
Oh, by the way, this reminds me of a really good writing prompt I saw on Reddit. So it's like you're an astronaut who goes to the moon.
Yeah.
So humanity hasn't gone to the moon in decades, and you finally go to the moon. When you land, you start exploring, and you find two suits left on the moon. And inside you can see that the main chest part has been ripped out, but you can see the tags Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin.
Whoa.
And then it's like their faces are frozen in horror. So basically, it's like people start writing about how aliens took on our form and came
My
back
God,
to the Earth
holy
to
shit,
infiltrate.
dude, that's crazy.
And Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin are
That
dead on
just
the
gave me
moon.
goosebumps.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's cool as
But
shit.
yeah, alien civilization, that would be fantastic.
Would
I'd
be
be
cool.
all up for it.
Yeah. Your favorite planet, Pluto. What if you could go live on it?
Yeah, dude, I would. Pluto's supposed to be so cold. I would just love it.
Yeah.
Imagine being so far away from the sun. Ooh.
We are from Mumbai
Beautiful.
and it's
I
hot
can't.
as shit and it sucks, so we love the cold.
And I'm fat, so I hate the heat.
Yes, that's true. Not the fat part, the heat part.
Well, Sid agreed to both.
Yeah. No, but
Anyway.
yeah, so I think dreams are
See,
important.
these are dreams for our age,
Yeah,
right?
these are dreams.
Space exploration, ocean exploration.
Exactly. Dude, we haven't figured out so much about our own planet. Forget like outside, right? People are still finding new things every day about our planet.
Yeah, I know. Like we're pretty stupid for a very smart species.
Yeah, people just figure out that all our oxygen doesn't like come from trees.
plants.
Yeah, which people were like, huh, okay, we didn't know, like, we didn't learn that shit in our textbooks. Thanks for telling us now.
We didn't learn shit in our textbooks. It's like I think I hate the textbooks most for is promoting Thomas Edison as this really great guy.
Yeah, he took the credit for everything.
Basically.
Tesla is the real king. But anyways, yeah. So we are talking about dreams, right? And to link this back, like I think we'll get back to this. Like to link this back to the perspective of different people's dreams. And if we go back to anime, I want to talk about this again because I think it is pretty
Now, it's been-
important for us.
We're 1 hour 12 minutes in, and I think we spoke about anime only for the first 15
Yeah.
minutes.
No, let's get back. Like let's talk about different perspectives of dreams and how they influence each other,
Yeah.
right? And I'll mention this to you, and it's very important to us. Let's talk about Naruto, and specifically the Pain arc, the last scene, Naruto and Pain. So, what was Naruto's dream, right? To be Hokage, correct?
Yeah, he was a basic bitch compared to Pain.
Yeah, it was the basic bitch, but while trying to achieve that dream, he still helped a lot of people. He helped change other people's lives, right? And one important moment
Yeah.
was that was Pain, right? Because basically, like Nagato, right? We said he was so basically like you say immature in his views of the world because of how much he had experienced.
Well, I'm pretty sure he thought for his time he was very
Mature, yeah,
Smart.
of course. I think everyone thinks they're smart until they have like a revelation, or until they themselves believe that holy shit, I'm actually stupid. But
no, I'm incredibly dumb.
yeah, I think most people do that because I think thinking that you are stupid is again same. I think is thinking you're like imperfect because then you try to improve yourself. So if people who think that they're already intelligent are actually like really dumb, I don't know if that makes sense.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sort of.
No, because so Naruto does like that conversation. Like, do you want to talk about that conversation between Naruto and Pain?
There are a lot of conversations between Naruto and Pain. Are you talking about the one where Naruto has a spike through his arms? Are you talking about the one where
The
Naruto
last
has a spike in his
conversation.
groin?
The last
Oh, the
conversation.
last conversation. Okay. Wait, you mean the one last conversation before Nagato brings everyone back?
Yes,
Or, okay,
yes.
sorry, Naruto spoilers. Or the conversation when Nagato comes back and they
Are
have
you
one last
spoiling it
conversation
for
before that.
everyone?
There are just too many interactions, okay? Naruto is all over the place.
No, the one before where he brings everyone back.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was actually a disappointing part for me because after all
No,
that
but
pain is just like, if there is peace, I believe you will bring it. Like, no, what?
no, but
You
that's
didn't
what.
destroy.
No, that point is important because he changed his goal and his dream after Naruto told him what was right. Like Naruto made him convince himself that yeah, what he thought was wrong, and there is another way to look about it, which is right. After Naruto told
See,
him about his story and his experiences, right, and what he
See,
thinks of
that's
the
why
world.
Pain is the best. He's literally the only villain who actually heard one side and he was like, okay, I am wrong.
Yeah,
I need
exactly.
to change my shit. I am wrong.
Yeah.
Every other villain is like, I am right. And then they just die.
Well,
He's the only guy. He's the only guy who actually cared. I'm sorry. I just love the guy too much.
yeah, pain is amazing.
But yeah, he did change his dream. But I think it's sort of like how a lot of people in America are realizing that they're racist without actually meaning to be racist.
Yeah.
I think it's just like you've grown up in with a worldview that has been taught to you. In Nagato's case, which was complete anarchy and war. I think it's just that he grew up thinking. So everyone, the world around people change every time, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I have a grandmother who doesn't know about COVID and thinks that we shouldn't go outside because we're at war with Pakistan.
My
I'm
God.
not even kidding.
Holy
She thinks we're at war. And we have to explain to her that it's the coronavirus. But it's something new for her, right? She's never heard of a virus keep people inside their house.
Yeah.
We can understand it because we have that. It's something new to us. We learned from
Yeah.
it, so we can understand it. Yeah, so I think Nagato was like that. It's just that he was so stuck in that era of war. Even when the war stopped, he was still thinking about war. He was still groomed by the war, and he thought only of the war. So it's a lot like again what a few people. I'm not equating racism to a fictional character, so don't get pissed. I just gave that as an example. But say for example, someone using the N word gets it gets called out, and or they actually talk to someone who's black and they understand why it's so offensive. That creates a change, right? That's what's happening right now, right? So while that example again might not be as drastic as dreams, it's still the same thing. You understand more as time goes on and everything morphs around you, and it's all up to how much you can change. As Bob Dylan said, the times they are a changing.
Yeah, but it's more about like such situations. It's more about ignorance than it is about being like. It is also about being close-minded, but it's more about ignorance because like even like being outside, like because I lived in like Portugal for a while, right? And
Yeah.
like there, I've met people who were like they were very
Do you
nice
speak
people.
Indian?
They treated me very well, like as equals, but they don't realize in ways they're like passively because of the I don't blame them for it. I understand this, and like it's like very hard shell to crack. I don't get offended easily, but they are kind of being offensive just because of their ignorance, because they don't know. And I wouldn't like there are some people who know a lot of stuff and are curious and figure out and know what's going on around the world, and like you can see it when they talk to you, but there are some people who just don't know and are like passively ignorant. And like I wouldn't call it racist because it's not as aggressive as like, because the word racism is like racist is very aggressive.
Whatever, that's still racist. Isn't that what
It is
systematic
racist,
racism
yeah,
is
it is,
supposed to be
but
all about?
yeah, it is, but I don't take it in like a very aggressive way because for me in my head, I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah, can't be helped. They're just ignorant and they'll never change and learn more about the world and about other cultures, what's going on, and they're going to stay that way. So there's no point in me trying to.
No, but I think that's what's causing
Yeah.
the change, right? That's what happened to Pain as well, because he
Yeah.
was so close-minded. He didn't listen to anybody. But then once he actually had a proper heart-to-heart, he was like,
Yeah.
there seems to be a flaw with my plans.
Yeah, he agreed to
Good on
that.
him
Yeah,
for
exactly.
accepting it. Yeah.
No, it's very, and nowadays also it's really hard to change people's minds once they're like hell bent on something. Like we know a lot of
You're one to talk.
no, but yeah. See, I won't change my mind if I don't think something is right, but I would still like to believe that I'm open to most thoughts. And if I really actually think, and of course it's happened many times, you won't believe, but it has. If I actually believe that I'm wrong somewhere and the other way is right, I will of course change my mind, and it's happened multiple times. But I forgot what I was saying because you brought up this point.
Hey, what? I was just replying to your point.
What was I saying?
You were talking about how you should be able to change your mind with new
Yeah,
information, and most people are
no,
ignorant.
like we have seen, right, like with what's going on in India right now, right, with all the, I don't know if we should be talking about this, with all the radical nationalism. But uh I see the expression on your face. But a lot of people, like, and we know, like, in our circle, right, who are like very almost aggressively patriotic and like nationalistic to an extent where it's the same, like that us versus them concept we think about, right? They're like, everyone in the world is like against us.
Hey guys, we are here again. Again. We had technical difficulties with the
Yes.
ending of the One Piece episode. So if you, this will be added right in after that last bit
After-
in the which we shot yesterday, and well, both are audio. Actually, my video and Sid's audio both are gone,
Yeah.
and there's nothing we can do about it. So we are going to record this again for the fourth time,
For the
and
fourth
hopefully
time.
this time is the last.
Yes.
I've had a beautiful day, and Sid's also having a beautiful day. So this was going to be a short, just something to wrap everything up. It's not, we're not going to be talking too much about things.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
Sid, do you remember where we were yesterday?
Yeah, so I think the last thing I was talking about that I said on the podcast, I think that I mentioned, I was talking about radical nationalists. As far as I remember, I don't know how we got there, but that's what I was.
Well, I don't think people want to hear about that with no context.
Yeah, so I think basically we are talking about people who's like, you need to be open to like changing your mind. Like we're talking about Pain and Naruto, and how Pain actually changed his mind after listening to Naruto, like, and like changed his dream, so to say. And so
That's true.
we are saying there are people in this world, like I was giving an example, like even other places I've been, and in India, like there are people I've met who are like radical nationalists, and they'll keep thinking that way, and and you can never change their mind no matter what you say. I think that's the point I was making. And they'll always live that way. So there are
Yeah.
still people who cannot be convinced and believe what they believe in, and they believe that's right.
Are we just equating pain to radical nationalists in our world?
No,
Is that the level we are degrading pain to?
no, pain actually changed his mind, so it's the opposite.
So we are comparing pain to the nationalist, but he's different.
No, Pain was open to change. These people are not. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Pain was not a nationalist.
No, he wasn't. I guess he was. He was.
But he was a nationalist, though. He was literally the definition of a nationalist.
How is he? What was he nationalistic towards?
His village of rain.
I don't think he cared a lot about his village of rain.
Of course, it was his village. He wanted to keep everyone over there. He wanted to be a god that ruled over there.
Yeah, he wanted to be a
If that isn't nationalistic, I don't know what the hell is.
well, wanting to be a god of people in a place here. This is not. I don't think that's
Not
nationalism.
wanting to be
Yeah.
a god, literally being a god and controlling the city. So you're saying, my god, we're going to get disgusting with this, but are you saying someone like Hitler wasn't a nationalist?
Hitler was a different kind of a nationalist, but
Pain and
Hey.
Hitler were doing the same thing.
no, but Pain was still immature, and he was still open to change because he was doing things without like any guidance, so
Yes,
to say,
because
after
Hitler was
Jiraiya
very
went.
mature.
Yeah, but if you went to Hitler and told him like, yo, can you not do this
Uh-huh.
and change your mind because of such things, Hitler will be like, interesting, and then you know what will happen to you. So and
Okay.
because of the conversation that Naruto had with Pain, I think is what we were talking about last time. I don't know how I got there, but I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, but I started talking about nationalists for some reason. But I was just trying to finish my point from yesterday,
some
if I
reason.
remember. Yeah. But anyways, let's start
Yeah.
talking. Yeah,
What is your next point?
well, that was the. I think I was also talking about people. It's important to have people who enable your dreams. I think we mentioned this, and
Yeah.
people. It's
Yeah.
like because throughout your life when you pursue new things, it's important to tell people you can do this because like I don't know if we are repeating ourselves from last podcast, but hopefully we aren't. Uh,
Hopefully, but that is something we can talk about. Yes,
yeah,
you do need someone to tell you that you can do things. You
yes,
gave an example of your boss in Portugal.
yeah. So like in India, like mostly in my experience, people have mostly told me like you can't do this, or they tell you 100 reasons why you're gonna go wrong or why it's so difficult. They always tell you that when they see you trying something new, they was like, oh, you're doing this wrong, this won't work, and they're always trying to demotivate you, and that doesn't affect some people,
Yeah.
and does affect some people, but to some extent, it mentally does affect your like motivation towards it. You're
Yeah, it
you
affects
wanting to
everybody.
go
Yeah.
towards it. Yeah, like it
Yeah.
creates like thousand blockades that you have to think about before pursuing it, instead of someone just said, hey, yeah, let's do this, hey, let's go for it, like, and then you're just like, oh, cool, I can do this, and then you just like try it. It gives you that encouragement. And I think like you, like even working with you, because both of us have been working since a long time, right? So working with you, and even like I
Yeah.
mentioned, like my boss when I worked in Portugal, like these are like examples of people who are like always have been, whenever we say let's do this, you're like, yeah, sure, do it, let's do this together, let's see how this is, you want to do this thing, yeah, just go do it. Like there's never a no, or like it's never it's never like, oh no, you can't do this, this will go wrong, that'll go wrong. It's always enabling, and I think that makes people go for their dreams more. And that's what, if we tie back to One Piece, is what I think Luffy did
Luffy
for
does.
for the crew members, because he's like, hey, let's do like Zoro and stuff, like, oh, you want to be the best swordsman, let's go, come with my ship, I want to be Pirate King, let's go, let's make you best swordsman. Like he enables their dreams, right?
Yeah, that he does. He does enable all
Mm-hmm.
of their dreams. But at the same time, he also throws them in intense risk in almost every situation. So I'm not sure if he's really bent on enabling their dreams. Maybe he's just like, okay, if you guys live through this, if you guys don't die in all the crazy shit I'm going to put us through,
Yeah.
then your dreams can become enabled. Then you can achieve your dreams. But till then, shit luck for them, I guess.
Well, it's not easy being a pirate, in order to achieve your
It's
dreams.
not easy being a pirate in Luffy's crew. If
Yeah.
you look at other pirates, they seem to lead a lot calmer lives.
I
Like they
wouldn't
just
say
walk
so.
around, they just sail around, they just do whatever they want, they party, and then Luffy comes in, destroys everything, and runs away. And now you have a country in ruins and pirates that are trying to steal from that country in ruins. Well,
I don't think pirates have it that easy, dude. Have you seen the parts where the big marine ships and commanders go and destroy pirates for fun?
yeah, but that's only in like high pressure zones where the Marines have headquarters or they have like Fishman
Yeah,
Island,
yeah.
the Grand Line
Mm-hmm.
itself. Yeah, in those places.
Yeah.
That's not in East Blue. Shanks sat there for a whole year using it as his base of
Oh, that
operations.
is true.
He just sat there.
Yeah.
Like Shanks, one of the Yonker just sat in East Blue and he was like,
I chill, I drink
"Look at this
here.
little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he was just chilling,
I feed a
Mm-hmm.
devil fruit to this kid here."
Yeah. He was just trying to. Yeah. I think if you see their world, it's actually kind of fun for pirates, unlike the
Of
real
course, it
world
is.
where, it's totally different
A real world
story.
was real fun for pirates as well. Okay, that's why pirates.
Was
There were
not
so many
not
pirates in history.
nowadays. Yeah, that was during the age of pirates. I'm talking about now.
So I think Somalian pirates are doing very well for
I don't
themselves.
think so. I would disagree there.
Somalian pirates apparently your life expectancy in Somalia if you go as a tourist is like 7 minutes or something. Someone told me this. I don't know if it's true, but I shall assume it's true.
Brew making claims. Somalian fans don't hate us. Brew shall visit Somalia soon.
It's just about the pirates.
Okay.
We're not blaming normal Somalians,
Uh,
just the pirates. And
okay, okay.
apparently they loot and destroy everything you have real quick.
Yeah, apparently they do that, but I don't have enough information on it, so I'm not gonna say things.
You should. That's the way. That's the way you live. Anyway, Shanks is also an enabler for Luffy's dream, because he's the one who encouraged him to start it in the first place.
Yeah, that is true. He did help Luffy, and even him saving Luffy was an enabler, like we discussed before, right? And that was important.
Yeah, it was.
And I think things like these are important in achieving your dreams. Also, like if we talk about enabling, it's more about like I wouldn't say using, because that sounds manipulative, but like utilizing. I don't know if that's better, but these
Uh,
encouragement from people, and like basically going your own way rather than being enabled by someone else's dream and following their dream. Like if we talk about
what are you talking about? What?
like no, because I was talking about, even if you get enabled by people, right? If you get experienced by
Yeah.
people, it's you like, I'll give you an example. I think we discussed this also. So if I talk about one of my favorite books, and even you like it a lot, right? Siddhartha by Herman
Yeah.
Hesse.
Yeah.
So in that book, it's about this guy called Siddhartha who's basically trying to figure out life, right? And
I see you were trying to connect it like that. I was severely confused for a couple of seconds because I had no idea what
no,
you were
I'll
saying,
explain.
and then you said Siddhartha, and then you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
ah,
you
okay.
understand,
No,
right?
I understood it now.
Yeah.
But when you said it before, I was just like, is this guy like mental suddenly? I don't know. Is he just saying random shit?
No, no, no. I was trying to connect it to this. So the thing is, even his friend, right? So there's a part where he actually meets Buddha and has a conversation with him, and
Yeah.
it's a really powerful like section of the book. And basically, what his friend does is his friend gets inspired and enabled by Buddha in a different way, in which like he becomes a follower, like he becomes one of the
Yeah.
monks. And Siddhartha does it in a different way, where he realizes like, oh, like he's he's made a path for himself, he's followed, so why don't, instead of following Buddha, why don't I try to do what he did and like make a path for myself and experience life and have
Yeah.
adventure more. So he used that he used it in a
Also,
different
real
way.
quick, Siddhartha, really good book. You guys should read it out. We'll link it if we can in
Definitely.
the description.
Yeah. And if
Yeah,
spoilers
go on.
for anyone who doesn't want to get into more, because he'll be talking about this book now. But basically, it's the two different lives he takes. Like one of following something, one of following in someone's footsteps, hoping to achieve what they did. I don't know if you could call it that, but that's what his friend did, right? And
Yeah.
one of like Siddhartha just trying to create his own path by just going through his own adventures and craziness, because he went through like crazy life experiences throughout the book, if you see. And we were talking like in the end, when they meet, right, when they both are like old, and this guy is
Yeah.
still a follower, and Siddhartha has been through like this crazy journey and experienced like so many crazy things in his life. And
Yeah.
Siddhartha's life was much more like adventurous and fruitful, and he learned and did a lot more than his friend did. Would you agree?
I would say his life was a lot more fruitful. Not fruitful. I would say he had a lot more adventures, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily agree with the rest of it.
Okay.
But this is what I said as well, because
Hmm.
it he Siddhartha took a route where he went into a lot of addictions,
Yeah, that's
a lot
true.
of gambling, a lot
Hmm.
of luxury, a lot of I think a lot of sex as well,
Yeah.
and all those things are supposed to be sins that can take down people even in their prime, even in their
Hmm.
old age, even in their young youth,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and all that usually destroys people's futures,
Hmm.
because gambling and sex are still considered insanely profitable, because people just waste all their money on it.
Yeah, that's true.
So while Siddhartha did take a route which was unpredictable, so
Hmm.
to speak,
Yeah.
there's a very good chance that he wouldn't have ended up meeting his friend ever again, because he started gambling and drinking and died a drunkard on the road in debt.
Yeah, that is true. But
So I can understand you romanticizing Siddhartha's
yeah.
journey, but it was extremely Like if your goal was to become a better person in life, that is not the path you would want to
Oh,
take.
definitely not.
It just so
Yeah.
happened. It just so happened to fit in. The God smiled down upon him and said, "You know what? You have a good life." Otherwise, any other person would have definitely been addicted to gambling and would have died on the street, being a drunkard who is in debt.
Well, I don't know about God smiling down. It's just that I don't.
Okay, the author smiling
Author
down and
smiling
writing a
down.
story where he says, "Ah,
Yeah.
you get to
No,
live. Don't
but you
worry."
would still prefer Siddhartha's life and adventures to his friends, right?
No, no. Again, depends on the goal. If my goal was to achieve enlightenment, I'd go with Buddha, man. That guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'd still listen to him, but I wouldn't follow him. I try to like him, like he did it. He did his own, got his like paved his own path. Why can't I do it
Again,
instead of following him?
because again you're looking at Siddhartha as a very, again, you're romanticizing the path he took, while not
No, he did.
while not acknowledging all the failures
No,
that
the
could have
failures
happened
are
and
part.
should have
Yeah, they are
happened.
part of his experience and his learnings. I'm not removing the failures. I understand those also, but
Yeah, but
it's
I'm
much
saying,
more adventurous that
he
way.
removed himself. He removed himself from a lot of addictions very, very easily.
Yeah, that is true.
Not That's not humanly possible.
Hey, I did that. You know that.
For one, literal, I would like you to stop eating aloo bhujia the same way you stopped everything else and see where that gets you
I
first.
actually can because I told you it's how if I make up my mind I'm not going to do something, I don't do it, and that's how I quit most of my addictions.
Yeah, but
that
my
I have.
question is, if you took the path of Siddhartha, why would you feel like you don't want to do it anymore?
Well, depends on how I feel and how he felt at that stage, right? If he had the realization or no, if he had
Yeah, and
learned
I'm
it,
saying there's
yeah.
a very good chance that you never feel like stopping.
And there's a chance that I
I mean,
also
that's
would
the
stop,
major.
right?
That's the very small chance, sure,
Hey, you don't know me.
minute chance. I don't need to know you. I just need to know humans.
I'm different, okay?
I've met
Everyone
humans.
likes to believe they're different and special, okay? Let them
My
do
God,
that.
you angsty teen.
That's all, okay.
You would have fallen for something. Don't worry, you ain't a saint.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a saint, I'll say that. Quite the opposite.
It's only human. It's only human.
Yeah, it's only human to make mistakes. But
And that's what you're going to get
But would you-
addicted, and you're
no,
going to
like no offense,
you're going to.
like no offense to people who do that, of course. But would you like to live a life of devotion instead of living a life that Siddhartha did? Like if you had to choose.
But a life with Buddha is not a life of devotion.
No, but the way he lived like a monk, right? He kept he had that say lifestyle again, like
Yeah,
meditating.
but devotion implies that you're doing it for someone.
Yeah, but
That's
devotion
the
in the sense
idea behind
of
devotion.
like following Buddhism, not I mean for his story.
You
is
mean
what
disciplined
I mean.
life?
What?
You mean a disciplined life?
Well, yeah, disciplined in one way, yeah. But he also, but if you see the Buddhist followers in the book were also kind of devotees. They weren't just living on their own following. If you see that, because they held these festivals and fairs, and all of them used to come together and go on these long walks and everything to the temples and stuff.
Pilgrimages, yeah, but they weren't really devoted to Buddha. I would say it's more of them devoting themselves to Buddhism than devoting themselves to Buddha, because they just wanted to achieve enlightenment on
Yeah,
their own,
that's-
and they followed the man who they thought achieved it.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
was
not
saying.
necessarily devotion. It's
That's what it is.
yeah, no, that's not what devotion is. Devotion.
It
what's
is.
Let's take a quick lookie.
That's what I mean. You understood
I
my
don't know if
point.
devotion applies here. Okay, yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it
that's
works.
what I'm saying. So
Yeah, but I mean, well, I'd say I wouldn't call them devoted per se, because they were following what Buddha said would help them reach enlightenment. They weren't following anything where they wouldn't get anything out of it. He didn't say follow me so that I reach enlightenment. He said follow me so that you reach
yeah,
enlightenment.
but whatever you call
I
it,
think
like even though you wouldn't call it that, you understood the point I was trying to make, right? That's what I'm asking
yeah,
you.
again,
What
if
would
my
you
job
What would you
if my-
prefer? I was asking you the original question.
If my aim was to reach enlightenment, I would prefer to go down the path
No,
of
but
Buddha.
you right now.
But if my aim was to reach, again, it depends on what I want to do.
Yeah,
I don't want to do either of those things.
So you wouldn't choose either if you had to.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't want to go into a life of devotion, nor do I want to go into a life where I go into every sin imaginable
No,
and then hope that I come out of it fine.
No, but it's not him trying to go into a life of sin. It's like him, like he went into sin because that's what happened to his life and that's his story and stuff. That's how he ended up. You necessarily,
Exactly.
like you said,
I don't want.
that
I don't want my life to
necessarily
go that way either.
won't happen to you. That may or may not happen to you, like you said before, right?
Let's be realistic, okay? If I do whatever I want, most likely, most probably I'm going to get into some horrible habit, very illegal, horrible habit, and I'm going to get into gambling of some sorts. I'll probably start going to horse races or dog fights or
My
something,
God, dude.
and I'm going to be eating food that is considered the devil's food by holy people or whatever. I don't know. I'll be eating so much oil and butter and cheese and all that shit. I ain't coming out of that. Once I go in, I'm never coming out. Okay, if I
don't
can
find
stuff
anything
my
wrong
gob
with
with
that.
pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
Yeah.
I'm never stopping that.
Wow, dude,
I'll tell you what's wrong with that, Sid. It's cholesterol. It's cholesterol. That's stopping it.
You really know yourself very well, huh?
see,
if you go to the dark side.
Yeah, so you see, then someone is going to find me probably after I snorted coke or something off a pizza slice and have chili flakes along with it in my nose. They're going to be like, this guy got addicted to drugs, ate a pizza and died.
Yes, of
So
course.
I can predict the future and I'm not ready to fall into that
I
trap.
understand your perspective and where you're coming from now. That is you as a person. Yes, yes. You would totally, I think a month would be too much for you if you went that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either. I wouldn't mind a nice balance between the both where I can practice Buddhism the way I want to,
Mm-hmm.
but then also eat whatever I want to
Mm-hmm.
and not go into drugs.
Yeah.
So that's life right now, I guess. Although I have no money, which is the only problem. I'm not into gambling unless you count opening gaming treasures gambling, which might be gambling, you never know.
Probably, but you can't even do that. Well,
Basically,
you can't be a gambler without money.
don't let me get into bank. Yeah, you can. You can be a gambler who lost all his
Who
money.
lost, yes, in heavy debt.
Yeah.
Please don't support
But
Weeb101.
you think I won't call up?
Please don't support
You think
Bruce
I won't call
gambling
you up
career.
immediately? You think I won't come to your house and be like, Sid, I need a few bucks to pay off this guy for poker.
I'd be like,
And you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna be like, damn, poker, that sounds interesting. Sure, where can I
no,
come?
I'll be like, hello police, there's a random stranger in front of my house. Can you take him away?
Oh my god.
Bye bye.
I think you'd make a great stereotypical gambler, Sid.
Actually, I've never ever like gambled like that in my life. Even though there have been opportunities to.
See, once you get into it, I'd like to see you get
Dude,
out.
there are many
That's what I'm most
opportunities.
interested in.
You know me, I can get out easily. And the thing is, I've had many even like if we talk specifically about poker, right? Played a lot of poker, but
Yeah.
never without money. Whenever it was with money, I'm like, I'm out. I'm not doing that shit.
My
I
God,
don't
yeah,
like
same
the
here.
risk involved.
We once played with 1 rupee and 2 rupee coins, and that was it. And the max we could go was 5 rupees.
Dude, that's a big loss. I wouldn't do that. How much did you lose?
Yeah. I don't remember. I think we decided not to
Mm-hmm.
use the money after the first round, but then
Yeah.
it was exciting where it lasted.
Yeah, it's a totally.
Anyway.
It's not fun anymore. It just. I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is if you do enjoy it, you're not going to stop it.
Yeah, if I do, but I know myself as a person, so I'm speaking from my perspective. And I understand where you're coming from also, because I know you won't stop it.
Yeah, and I'm saying you won't stop it either unless you really, really found a reason to stop it.
Not really. I think I would if I had to, and I've done that before, so I disagree there.
If you, that's what I'm saying. If you had to,
Yeah, and
what
I
if you
would.
didn't have to?
But again, it's another possibility. I can tell you the same thing, right? I'm like, what if you actually stopped? But you know yourself as a
I'm
person, so
saying
you
I
know if you
won't.
so you know what you would do.
Yeah, but I'm saying again. I'm saying using your language. I'm saying you said if I had to, I would stop. But then what if you don't have to?
But why would I not have to
Would you
if I
stop
realize
then?
if I indulged in something and I realize it's affecting my health or me in some way, I stop. And if I realize it's affecting my health before I do it, then I don't do it at all. That's how I am.
Yeah. What if you don't care about the health aspect of
But
it?
I
You're like,
do.
okay, this isn't affecting my health. So you're saying eating food, if it doesn't affect your health, so will you stop eating unhealthy food? Will you stop
Yeah.
eating instant ramen or
Yeah, I
ramen?
will if I become like heavily diabetic or something and see that this shit is affecting my health, I'll stop it.
Well, we should have a podcast again when that comes true and see how we
I'm not
react to
even
it.
kidding. I'm serious here. I definitely.
No, but I'm saying if you thought it wasn't affecting your health,
Yeah.
like for example, you're eating ramen, you're not seeing any side effects, your cholesterol might be building up inside
I
you,
think
but
you
you're not
feel
seeing
that.
any
I
side
think you
effects.
have
So,
instant ramen every day. I definitely feel if something's going wrong.
how would you feel that?
You just feel lazier. You just feel terrible.
So, you'll stop eating ramen if you feel terrible randomly?
Yeah, if I eat ramen every day and start feeling like shit because of that, I'll stop and like indulge in it occasionally to a point where I still feel
No, I'm not
good.
saying only ramen. My god, you're
Hmm?
literally taking my word. Literally, from where I start to from where I finish, you're literally taking only that much and reading into that, huh? I'm saying junk food in general,
Dude,
just as an
yeah,
example.
I know. That so junk food is bad of course, but I like the taste and I enjoy it, but I don't eat it all the time. Like you said you would if you got into it like cheese and butter every day. I wouldn't do that. I have cheese and butter at home, but I only eat it whenever I want to. I don't crave it and I don't want to eat it 24/7. It'll become disgusting to me. I've told you this. If we talk about food also, if I eat something I love for a long time, I start finding it disgusting and it makes me want to vomit. And it's happened many times.
Okay, okay, we're going way off track
Yeah,
now.
but I was just saying, it's basically I
Okay,
know
let's go
myself.
back. Yeah, basically. So yeah, well, it's just a highly risky road you're gonna take if your goal is to reach enlightenment, because you don't know where it's gonna take you, you don't know what is gonna happen, or if
Yeah,
you'll even survive until you reach
yeah.
enlightenment.
I don't know. I don't
While
see. I
here,
don't know if I. I don't know if I want enlightenment. I don't know if I'm pursuing it, but I'm just seeing where life goes. I
yeah,
guess.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
Siddhartha. I'm talking about the Siddhartha approach
Oh
to it.
yeah. Of course. Of
He,
course.
he wanted enlightenment, but then he took a
His own way.
long,
Yeah.
long route for that, and that is a very risky way to go about
It
things.
was, but I think it's still the way I prefer. Like I said before.
Well, if you think it'll work for you, then that's good, I guess.
Wow, dude.
Find enlightenment, my friend.
I shall
Share it
try,
with me.
and I shall let you know when I do. I shall call you up. Like, bro, I am enlightened now.
And I'm going to call you out on that bullshit and be like, fuck no, no, you're not.
Like, yes, I am. Trust me, there's a halo around my
Nope.
head.
What are you going to do? Put an LED light around your head and be like,
No,
it's
dude.
a halo.
Why should I put it? Audie will be holding like a big, like, round light behind me, like this, and standing while I walk around.
Ah,
Yes.
ah.
But he won't be holding one behind you. And that's why I'm enlightened and you're not.
Wait, let me do this.
That
Halo.
looks terrible. You're not even visible, and it's just the background is lit.
Halo.
Nah, doesn't
The
work.
background is lit because of my presence, I must say.
That's not working.
This is it.
No.
Can you see? Can you see anything except my brilliance?
Oh, basically, so let's
Okay, sorry for
continue.
anybody watching the video.
Yeah.
That was not intended
That
to
was
screw
painful.
you over. My bad. My bad. I just
So,
wanted to show Sid that anyone can have a halo, not only him.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, to cover up our points. Dreams. What are your thoughts on dreams? Final thoughts.
What are my final thoughts on dreams? I think dreams are really important. Let's go into
Mm-hmm.
monologue.
Yeah.
Dreams. I think dreams are important. No, I actually thought I could go longer, but I can't. I'm done
Mm-hmm.
already. Basically, if you don't have dreams, you're not living life to live it. You're living it just for the just for the bare existence of it.
Yeah.
Because dreams are what give you that passion and heat in life that you need to,
Yeah.
burn. Like it burns you with and gets you ready, and you want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have those, well, you're going to live a very basic life, which I'm not even saying basic as in you won't be doing much. I'm saying basic as an insult, because if you don't have anything you want to do, your dream can be anything. Your dream can be taking care of your family. It can be taking care of one person who's your significant other. Your dream can be making sure you have every figurine from One Piece ready
I
for
see.
you
Yeah. So
in
it
your
can be.
house.
Yeah.
Your dream can be literally anything, but you should have some dream. You can't just live without any dream at all. So there has to be something that you are interested in. There has to be something that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And for people like me who have random bouts of heavy depression because of certain bad days,
Oh yes.
send help. I understand how people will stop feeling like they don't want to do. Will stop feeling the need to do things.
Yeah.
And I think even there, it's all the more important to have a dream and do something about it. At least work on something personal and get it done, because that actually makes a world of difference to people who are actually trying to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes a world of a difference to people who are fine but just want some more order in their life. I think dreams are the most important thing you can do once your basic needs have been met. Once you go to your psychological needs, dreams are
Yeah.
what fuel you over there. They're the ones who take you to the top of the pyramid and give you your self-actualization finally when you get to that point in life.
Yeah. I think
So
that is true.
I think everybody should be striving for it.
I agree
What are
with
your
you.
thoughts?
I agree with you there, but I was also saying like even I think dreams are also things you can persevere even if your basic needs are not met, right? Because it's something you
Yeah.
want in life. Yeah. So I think people at any stage of life can dream for something, to make their life better or something to make life better for other people or the world, depends on the extent and how far it goes.
Oh yeah, I just meant that achieving your dreams is that self-actualization which is on top of the pyramid. That's all.
Ah, okay,
I didn't
okay.
mean that. I didn't mean that people who are poor can't dream. Of course they
Oh,
can.
yeah,
But
of course they
it's
can. Yeah.
very important to dream when you're poor,
Hmm.
like us right now.
Yes. Well, yeah, like us. Well, so
Yeah.
I think yeah, that makes sense. Dreams are very important, and it is. I think most people live their lives. At least you should trying to achieve your dream and trying to get better at it, and because I think as humans we do have purpose, and I think purpose is what like drives us and makes us different and makes us
Drives
evolve
us.
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
always wanting to make things
Well,
better. What?
yes. Always want to make things better is one of the most common
Mm-hmm.
things, as we discussed before.
Yeah.
Because you see something bad, you are affected by something bad. The first thought is, I don't want others to go through what I went through, and therefore you try to.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a story about an Indian man? They made a movie about him recently. I think Akshay Kumar acts on it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A man who couldn't take his wife to a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and he had to, and because there wasn't a pathway through the mountain, and he had to carry her across over around the mountain, and she died. And so he came back, and then to grieve, he cut the mountain and made a road which cut the distance by more than half.
Oh.
And he made a path to the village where they could go to the doctor and get other stuff. So they made a movie about the guy. So that's something born out of something tragic. His wife died,
Yeah.
and he was like, damn, if only there was a path in this mountain. And then he's like, fuck it, I'll do it myself. And he did.
Yeah, I think that's. Isn't there? Is it the same movie or different? I think there was a movie with Akshay Kumar which was about like him doing something, making it cheap, making sanitary pads cheaper or something. Is that the same
Oh
movie?
yeah, Padman. Yeah.
Or is that
No, that's not the
okay,
same
okay.
one. That was about this other guy who saw how his wife was struggling with pads, so
Yeah.
he made a machine, I think, that would basically help you make a pad,
Okay.
and he tried installing it in multiple places. I think that's how the story goes. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody who's listening.
Okay.
I know I know a bit about it because Lavanya's, my girlfriend's
Yeah.
project is about menstruation. So you should go check that out. It's if you search Instagram for stigma,
we will
and you
link
have
it in the
stigma and
description.
menstruation.
Yeah.
Menstruation. That's it.
Mhm.
Oh yes, we can link it in the description. On that.
Yeah.
That's easier.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Check
so
it out. Also, yeah, I think.
do you have any other points to add?
No, I think that makes sense, and it's a good place to wrap up. But before we end, I want you to tell everyone
Before we end,
about your beautiful experience today with life and what makes you so happy today on this podcast.
should I really? Do I really have to? Is that gonna help in any way?
Well, it's just something funny that happened today. You don't have to tell if you don't want to. I'm just asking. You can cut this part out.
Okay, I'll make it short
Yeah.
so that it doesn't bore the hell out of everybody.
Trust me,
I
it
was
won't.
on a cycle today.
Yeah.
I was on a cycle today, and I forgot to take a bag to the store. So I bought 3 boxes of milk, of soy milk, and I had nowhere to put it. So the guy put it in a paper bag, and he gave it to me, and I precariously kept it on my cycle because I was too dumb to take a proper bag with me, and I start cycling. Less than a minute later, one of the soy milk boxes falls on my leg from the cycle, throwing me off balance. And mind you, my balance is terrible as it is. And I go crash into a car. The car was parked and he was just about to start moving. And then he turns and starts shouting every bad word in Hindi you could imagine. And my mind goes blank at this point. I turned and saw that I had a huge scratch from the end till the start of his car, and he was understandably very, very angry. And another guy came in and helped me pick up the soy milk bags. What is it called? Soy milk
Cartons? I don't know.
boxes.
Yeah.
And yeah, cartons. And he talked to the cab driver trying to pacify him. And then I looked down because when I fell, I heard a rip sound. Turns out my pants had ripped straight at the crotch.
Yup.
And that was a terrible day to go commando. And basically, I had to take some paper from a nearby store, a newspaper,
Yeah.
and I had to stuff it into my pants to make sure that I wouldn't be displaying my privates to everybody in my locality. And then I had to do a walk of shame home. And I cheated. I took a road that was not traveled often. Went from behind every main road, and right before my house I had to walk through a good half kilometer of water because it was waterlogged due to the rains.
Oh my god.
Oh, one fact I forgot to tell you was when I went to buy the soy milk, I
Yeah.
kept my cycle parked right outside the shop, and I went in, took the milk, paid the guy, came out, and my umbrella was stolen from my cycle.
Yeah. Holy shit. It's a-
I feel like that you can't get shit in Detroit type of meme, you know.
Yeah, I think your day couldn't have been worse than that. It's the worst it could have been today.
Yeah, I just hope that I don't catch some weird disease from that paper.
I don't think you should be worried about the paper, more so about the cut on your thigh.
That is unfortunately a secret and nobody knows about it.
Yes, but as you can see, Brew had a very good start to his day. Very positive.
And I still got up.
Yeah.
I couldn't even cook dinner today, you know. I was
What?
actually like so tired
What?
and it was so visible. I felt feverish, so I just lay down.
Yeah.
And then I cut all the vegetables, and my sister just comes. She's like, "Just go.
My
go.
God.
I'll cook. You cut all the vegetables. It's fine. I'll cook." And I actually feel better, and I'm able to talk because I ate properly.
Oh wow.
Oh yes. Also, I went out initially from my house to eat something because I was very hungry. Ended up going to the store to get soy milk for my dad, and
That happened.
all that happened. And I couldn't eat my damn sandwich, and I was
Yeah.
very sad about it. I also smelled like soy milk, which was not a great smell if you guys have ever smelled it. But
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, but for in this case, like, because usually you laugh if such things happen to you, right? But today this really affected you
ha
mentally. You're
ha
saying like
ha
it
ha.
really made you sad.
No, it didn't affect me mentally.
You said you were so
I
tired
just
and
I was just
exhausted.
a dumbass. I forgot. No, that's because I was cycling my ass over there and I hit the car, and that caused. I'm physically exhausted, not
Oh, okay,
mentally.
okay. Otherwise, you're still fine mentally. The usual
Yeah,
depression.
I forgot my bag like a dumbass.
Yeah. What did your this dad say, by the way? Did he say what we predicted?
My entire family laughed at me.
Hmm.
My entire family laughed at
Oh,
me.
of course.
My dad asked me a question which I expected, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to answer once he asked it to me.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, if you, I was like, when did you realize that you couldn't carry the soy milk with the cycle? I was like, hey, I think after I got it, I realized it's a problem that I didn't have a bag. He's like, then why didn't you leave the soy milk there? Come home and get a bag. And I couldn't tell him. I was too lazy to cycle back the whole way and come back and cycle back again.
Yeah.
So I just took the scoldings and
Mm-hmm.
then the laughter. And my sister made a cup of coffee, waved it in front of my face, and said, "Ah, best coffee ever." And you know the worst part?
What? My God, dude, your sister. Yeah, tell me.
The worst part. I go out to eat that damn sandwich after all this happens, and I take a long bath, wash every part of everything that paper touched with every soap
Yes,
imaginable.
of course.
I walk out, I eat my sandwich. That was so important. I eat that sandwich. I'm coming back home, and the security guard in my building stops me. He's like, "You have a parcel." And I open it, and it's soy milk powder,
Oh
which my
my
dad had
God.
ordered but had come late. So it was supposed to come in the morning. He asked me to buy it so that we could have some stock at home.
Mm-hmm.
It came an hour and a half later than it should have.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 hours later than it should have for me to be saved.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when I felt like somebody was actually playing a joke on me.
Yeah, it actually sounds like that. And you had no idea also about the soy milk powder. That is.
I saw it, I was with my brother, and I remember I just looked at him and said, "Yeah, there is a God and he's fucking with me."
Mm-hmm. That's what Bro believes in. Yes, that is true. Bro, at least today.
Anyway, now that we've had this fun conversation,
Yes, that was fun. Thank you. I enjoyed it hearing it the third time today.
what is our next episode, Sid?
Our next episode is going to be about mistakes.
Next episode is about to be about mistake. We should have. So because of the delay with this episode, we've already filmed mistakes,
Yes, we have.
and now I feel like I should have waited and added this mistake on. But
Well, it's a little sneak peek of all the other mistakes we've made in our life. Don't worry.
yeah, it's a nice sneak peek.
Yes.
That's a good mistake. I would say this was a mistake.
Hey, you don't
Not
regret
one I
this.
regret too long though.
Yeah, don't regret
Yeah.
this. This was amazing. It's like it's the funniest thing that happened this year. Come on.
That's true. That is it. It is the funniest thing that happened this year.
Exactly. So you're gonna remember it for a
Even
while.
funnier.
Hmm?
It's even funnier than when Audie said, "If that's what helps you sleep in bed."
Yeah, I remember that. Yes, if that's what helps you sleep in bed.
Well, anyway.
Hmm.
So next time we have mistakes. Tell us if you guys like this, like these deep dives that we're gonna do.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun series. We have a lot of fun doing it, and hope you guys like it. Let us know through any of our social media channels.
Yep.
Also, like, subscribe, comment, anything. Just interact with us. We're here to create a conversation
Yes.
that we want continued. And if you guys don't continue it, who the hell will?
Yeah. Please talk to us online.
Yeah. We sound like desperate 30-year-old men looking for barely legal women online, but
Bruce
yes,
was
please,
not mine, but
talk
yes,
to us.
please do.
Also, before we go, I'd just like to put out a small update and say I watched 5 episodes of Konosuba.
Oh, you did? Hey, damn, nice. Tell us. What do you think?
I love it.
Oh, I knew you would. I knew you would love it.
I I had okay, here's how much I love it.
Yeah.
I went in thinking, ah man, I'm gonna hate this. I see their faces everywhere, so mainstream and so annoying. And I watched 2 episodes and I was like, holy shit, this shit is actually really good. So I had a preconceived notion and it changed.
Yeah.
That's how good it was for me.
Dude.
Although I like Darkness more than Megumi. What's her name?
Megumin, yeah, definitely.
Megumi
I'm
and-
not a big fan.
and,
Megumin is a little annoying to me, but I understand her appeal. Yeah, but Konosuba is hilarious, dude.
There was this one part on this episode I just saw where they're fighting this Dark Knight.
Yeah.
and he's like that red scarlet no, the scarlet witch has been
Oh, yeah.
scarlet demon has been coming to my this thing every castle every day and throwing explosions at me.
I remember
and then
that.
the main guy just turns at her and as he turns she also turns at him. And, oh my god, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And also I think Darkness is the best.
Darkness is amazing, yeah. Dude, it's just such a funny show. Like, I've been telling you for 2 years, dude. It made it like me not being a fan of stuff like SAO and stuff like Konosuba. I enjoyed it so much. It made me laugh so hard. Like, it's such
Yeah,
a
and
good
it feels
show.
like an RPG, I
Yeah,
must say.
exactly.
They did a really good job with that.
Yeah, and this time skips are not even annoying. Like, I don't even mind that. It just adds to the whole, like, you know, the timing and everything they create with their jokes and the stories.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to watching more.
Yeah, that's
Seems
cool.
really fun.
Nice.
I'm a Megumin fan. I'm an Aqua fan. I actually think Aqua is not useless.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know how much hate that's gonna get me. But well, for now at least,
Yeah,
for
for
now, she's been useful.
Well, yeah, it's a
Anyway,
it's a really funny show. We'll do an episode on it in the future for sure. Yeah,
is there a manga?
I'm not sure actually because I've only seen the anime. Probably, I think there probably is a manga. Yeah, we shall read that too later
Oh,
if there
well,
is. Yeah.
I'm very interested. This looks like something I'll follow till the end for a while now.
Also,
Okay, anyway,
there's a
thank
film
you.
which we need to watch, which I haven't seen yet,
What?
which is apparently hilarious. There's a Konosuba film.
Oh, Konosuba film.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a look.
Yeah, but that's
Anyway, thanks for joining us for this episode of Deep Dives
deep dive.
One Piece Dreams. And you shall join us for the next one, which is Deep Dives Mistakes. And let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think.
Anyway, I'm Brew.
I'm Sid.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. 3, 2,
Two,
1.
one.